The Linda Binda from TikTok. I wanted to make this video because I wanted to thank you for watching Cold Beer Confessionals with Will Bird. I think that's just incredible. I've watched a few episodes and I'm just like very intrigued. But you know what I'm most intrigued in is Big Daddy's meat stick. I heard that it's very thick, like a good old German sausage. You know, Linda and her coochie loves that. Oh, never mind. Let's not go there. Anyways, I hope you have a good show and enjoy it.
That's right, me and you too.
As you can. There's a lot of weird things that go on, especially when it comes from the realm of Linda Bindaland. So, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Welcome, everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Thank you for joining us. What's up, guys? If you notice anything different about the stream, somehow during an OBS update, I ended up having to roll it back to the previous version. I was supposed to update like 3 weeks ago, and I stopped updating early because it always screwed me. So I use when you use OBS, you have these things called extensions, and the extensions are they're like kind of like plugins that do different things. Like they might move my camera or change my audio some way or put this purple halo around me or whatever. And when I updated all my extension or some of my extensions quit working, and it wouldn't link to some of the things that I needed that I used for the stream, right? So I rolled back the update to the previous version, and as soon as I did that, I lost all my scenes. So if anything looks different, like the chat is in a different spot or I moved different, it's because I had to go back and rebuild every scene from memory. So actually, I watched some of my videos. But I had to go back and rebuild every scene. But I think everything's working as far as I did a private test stream that you guys couldn't see. And I think everything's working. That's why we weren't live last night. The update kind of screwed me over. Oh, there's Nick, the real Nick Farner. Congratulations. That's the Soulless Ginger, father of the Soulless Ginger. So thank you guys for joining us. Sorry about last night. I sat here all night and got it working. Well, I sat here till midnight and got it working. But I wasn't going to start a stream at midnight. And then tonight, I was planning on starting earlier. But I just got so much to do. I got mushroom stuff to do. I got some soldering to do. I've been working all day because a drain line was frozen up in the trap. And a wash machine flooded out a laundry room. Like I've been on the ball today. So thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. If you want to contribute to the show, you guys probably know how to do it. If you don't, it is go to coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund, and you can use any of those links there to contribute to the show. The show is funded by viewers like you. That's how we do it 7 nights a week most of the time. Through your contributions, we wouldn't be able to do it as much. If not, thank you guys for any contributions you can make. And like I say, it's cheaper than cable. So you can use the links on the left-hand side of the page, including Buy Me a Coffee, where you can leave a text-based message. You can join our Patreon for extra content, usually on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or the weekend. There's a Gun and Bomber link. That's the old donation link. And Dono Clip is the one that you see a lot of people sending like short little video messages, like Ramesh or Yaller Nuts or Mort. And then this last one down here, just this yellow button that just says donate. That is just a PayPal link. That's a private, like it won't pop up on the screen. It won't say your name. I'll know you donated and I'll get an alert, but it won't. Some people don't like to interrupt the stream. Some people don't like their name up on the screen, whatever. Lots of people donate privately. I appreciate that too. Also at the top of the website, you can find all my links, including Kick, where we're at on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But my links include Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, Rumble, Discord, and Bovada. Bovada is an affiliate link. But if you click on any of these boxes at the top, it just takes you there. Like if I click on Facebook, it just takes you to my Facebook page, right? If that's where you want to go. Or if I click on the TikTok, I'm opening them in a new tab so it doesn't close the original window, but you can just click on them. And it brings you to my TikTok. So there you go. If you need links, the mods are really good about posting links if someone asks, but it's easier if you just go to coldbeer.fun. I try to put everything on one website, and then we'll just be done with it, right? What's been going on? What have you guys been into? What did you guys do last night without me? Did you miss me? I saw there was a voice chat going on in one of the chats. I saw people sharing videos of finding other stuff to watch. What'd you guys do for the night off? Our cold weather finally broke. Thank God. Watch Tank Lip and Scott. That Tank Lip guy's wild. Our cold weather finally broke. It was 40-some degrees today, and I think it's supposed to be like in the 40 or 50 highs every day. So hopefully that helps out some too, because I have a much larger workload when everything's fucking frozen. So hopefully that'll help and we get back on schedule. I want to get the schedule back up during the day. I know more people are available to watch when I can start at like 7 or 8 rather than 9 or 10. So I'm going to try to push it further up and get more people back on the show. So we'll see if we can do that. There was some Ryan Upchurch news. So apparently Ryan Upchurch, I might get a copyright strike for this, but apparently Ryan Upchurch, this almost seems fake to me. He's been having his little meltdown or whatever. You guys remember all the crazy stuff he's been saying. Oh. Holy shit. She gonna be like, damn, shit, my God. 26 packs for my cable bill. I think that's a little expensive for your cable bill, but thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Multiple donations. You donate all the time. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So he did this whole little meltdown where he was lighting up light bulbs on his fucking face and shit. We watched that. It does seem like it may be like mental health or drug related for sure. But then also on top of that, he dropped it. So Dr. J, we're talking about this, and she noticed, well, we both noticed, but she said something about it. Every time he does one of these crazy stunts or sues somebody or he's getting sued or he's attacking his mom, he drops music, right? He puts music out. So he did this whole crazy thing. Like he went super QAnon about fucking, hold on. We'll just show a clip of it if you haven't seen it yet. So let me grab one of the crazier ones and we'll just watch a small clip of it and we'll go from there. I think this is it. Yeah, this is probably a good one. And then of course he did a week of these crazy videos, and then what happened? He put some music out. Where's the terrestrial?
So you mean to tell me a cop whose job is to identify shit and suspects to a T very thoroughly said there's vehicles suck, but we've seen a shit ton of the vehicles. When I say vehicles, I mean UFOs, obviously. I'm sure I don't need to explain that. If I do, fuck, just click off the video now. Fuck, answer me.
UFOs, but he doesn't believe in aliens.
Why are all these UFO videos always in California, Florida, or Texas?
They're literally not. You posted, you have a video in Tennessee of you claiming you were following a UFO.
Why? But nowhere else. It's always by the water. Most of these videos is like a UFO over the water. There goes that UFO. And it's always out of Florida, Texas, or California. Okay, well, if you're an alien, what do aliens do? They abduct, right? Okay. Where do the most child abductions go down?
So there you go. It is pedophiles in spaceships abducting kids. And because you're a terrestrial, because you live on land, the kids you abduct are extraterrestrials because you got more than one. So they're extraterrestrials. And the government's allowing them to do that. But Trump is going to save us all by getting rid of all the alien pedos. Except the government doesn't matter. And you need to put down your phone and unlock your electricity power. And if that's not clear, I don't know what to tell you. So Ryan does all this, of course, and then throws out new music. So him and an artist named JJ Lawhorn came out with some music, and he did a week of these. He did a week of these crazy videos. Well, let's see exactly. He kind of started here. He did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He did 10 videos over 2 weeks, and then music drops. And he hadn't been making content for a little bit. He took like a month off, then he come back and whatever, and then music drops. So is he just trying to drive people to his channel? It's not the worst. It's not the worst fucking way in the world to do it, right? It's not the worst way to get. Yeah, he mentions Jeffrey Epstein a lot. It's not the worst way to get traffic, right? Any publicity is good publicity, so they say. So, yeah, people might be watching him because he's crazy, but that put his views up for the month. That put his click-through rate up for the month. Other people were doing videos about him and talking about him. Other people probably found his channel, and then if let's say these first 3 videos, 100 people did videos about his videos. Well, those 100 people might have shown it to 5 million people, and those 5 million people, even if 10% of them went and found his channel, is like, I'm gonna watch the next crazy video, but instead of the next crazy video, ends up being his music video, because it got 200,000 plays in 2 days. On top of that, today he comes out. He doesn't do a whole lot. Oh, that's the wrong thing. He doesn't do a whole lot of shorts. If you click on shorts, he's only got a couple. He's got official Ghost trailer, new album, Red Carpet dropping. Then he's got I Won in Court against Nicole Arbor. That was another big controversy he was in right as he dropped some music. The Nicole Arbor thing, he just basically fucking talked all kinds of shit about her, whether it's true or not. I'm not a fan of Nicole Arbor, but it did seem to coincide with him dropping music. And then he posted a short today, I believe, 28,000 views on it already. And he's calling out another rapper.
Hey, Tom McDonald, you better get your notepad ready, son, because I'm coming for you.
Nobody thinking like this, so why you sit on the fence? My language arts gun racked, holding infinite clips.
Nobody thinking like this, why you sit on a fence? My language arts gun is racked, and I got infinite clips. It doesn't even mention Tom McDonald. It doesn't even allude to a person, except for like fence sitters, I guess. Hell, it could have been talking about Tim Pool. He's the damn he's the big fence sitter, but he calls him out in the shower for some reason. Also, his shower kind of looks like a fancy prison cell. I'm not sure what's going on with the golden bars around it, but he calls out Tom McDonald. Now, he's worked with Tom McDonald before. They have songs together. He's even mentioned. Hold on, I'll show you. He was on a podcast and someone asked him about Tom McDonald, and there's Upchurch versus Tom McDonald, a video someone put out, but they've got stuff together. Let's see. Someone asked him about Tom McDonald on Roast and Review.
Tom Spam just resubscribed for 13 months.
Thank you, Pabs Loves Bam. A little over a year. Good job. So they just asked him, they just said Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald. I think Tom McDonald is more intelligent than people think.
I think you're right.
He says what he says and does what he does because he is proving to everybody that social media is so, let's jump on this and fucking trash it. Bro, the man.
So this is interesting. The last time that I can find that he was asked, or maybe the only time he was asked about Tom McDonald, he mentioned that Tom McDonald is smarter than you think because he's using social media because he looks different, says something different, acts different, whatever, to get negative attention that actually brings positive
Anonymous
attention.
Gifted the _real_Nick Farner _ a subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to the _real_Nick Farner _
It's too many underscores, but thank you very much for the gifted sub. So, yeah, so the one time he mentions it, he kind of mentions what he's doing with his crazy, but it just seems like it's drug induced or schizophrenia or some shit. Like his shit just seems so crazy. Maybe he's just a good actor. He's a good actor on meth. I don't know. But the one time he's talking about Tom McDonald that I can find a clip of, someone asked him about, he's talking about using social media to get people mad at you, to get eyes on you, kind of.
He gets millions of views.
Millions.
Instantly. If he's in a beef with somebody, everybody knows about it. That's because, but what does Tom do? Tom stays to himself.
Yep.
Tom reads. Tom is smart. So when everybody's like, oh, yo, fuck this guy, he's so stupid with his pink braids and his ski mask. Well, guess what? You're talking shit about his pink braids and his ski mask.
Yep.
So he wins.
Yep.
So he wins.
That's a whole... Tom McDonald.
That's from the Roast and Review channel. And basically he's saying everybody's talking shit about him on social media, but you're talking about him. Now, this video and this clip right here is from something called Hangover Gang. And it says, this is why I love at Cheatham Church. That's Ron's, I think it's his old Instagram account. He gets it. Thank you, bro. Hashtag Tom McDonald, hashtag Hangover Gang, hashtag Upchurch. So Hangover Gang is Tom McDonald's Instagram page. So this is his Instagram page. So Tom McDonald is actually the one who shared that clip that we were just watching. Then we get this. Is it this video? Hold on, let's just go through them.
I'm pretty, and it's not just this.
So apparently we're one step closer to legalizing MDMA therapy here in the United States. No, absolutely not. Have you seen the people who live here? We got people cutting their wangs off and identifying as broccoli.
That's not it. Where'd it go?
Disney.
Did he take the video down? Anyways, it said it said that he was, is it just in the guest? Oh, maybe it's just here. Sincerely, myself and my special guest, hashtag Tom McDonald. He says there's a new video coming out. A new video coming out Friday at 9 a.m. with a special guest. So I don't know if Ryan is just talking shit about him in the shower, which is weird. First of all, Ryan talks shit about me in the shower. He said I wasn't man enough to understand that they're going to lock us in Walmarts like prisons, but whatever. It says TuneCourt has denied my release of my new song due to its lyrical content. I've already managed to find a solution. As promised, the song and video will both drop Friday at 9 a.m. Suck it. And then it says, just read, sincerely myself and my special guest, hashtag Tom McDonald, hashtag Hangover Game. And then people are saying, Tom, if Upchurch is your guest, y'all might want to say his video saying he coming for you, spreading like wildfire, and going to cause a lot of shit talking between this week between Hangover Gang and Creek Squad. And then people were talking, saying stuff about that comment. But Tom McDonald never really says. He just posts this and dip. So maybe this is just fake drama. Maybe it's just fake drama. I'm already subbed for 18 months. Sweet. A year and a half. And they're going to be together this Friday. I don't know. Seems kind of weird. Either way, it does seem like, at least in the video, Upchurch didn't seem, his fucking eyes wasn't bugged out and him fucking freaking out and screaming and shit. So, you're too stupid to understand. You're too stupid to that was the craziest fucking whispering shit. That shit was wild. Wild. Me and you too with 100 bits. Thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate it. All right, let's see. I'm sure we got something else here. Phil did a live tonight, right? The Lands Beyond. Was that tonight? Oh, God. Amanda QD codes. All the court orders in my case were e-signed at the top and not the bottom. 6/22/2022 to my final divorce trial date. 8/4/2023 is 408 days. Mirror, mirror on the wall. 408 equals 804. I think I'm supposed to prove that the bar is null and void, guys. So Amanda QD codes, losing, having a divorce and losing her husband, is convinced that this is all part of the movie, and she's supposed to show that the courts are invalid, corrupt, and no longer apply. That's why the guardian ad litem never signed the consent to act. She was required to when she was appointed on the 17th day of the 17th day of the year last year. It said consent to act. It is required to be signed. Oh, 600 bits. Thank you. I don't know who this is on the boat, but here we go.
I'm a little bit drunk, cause I'm drinking.
I heard Phil was trying to get his penis working again by doing an affiliate agreement with Brick House or some shit. Thank you for the bits. Me and you too. She says that missing consent to act completely nullifies her position. None of this is a coincidence. BATP showed up out of nowhere, didn't have me sign anything. So she's still having a little meltdown. It never stops. If she's so sure of her position, why the fuck is she trying to? Why is she trying to convince people of it all the time? Right? It's like every day she has to explain why she's right and the new breakthrough she had and repeat all the proof she claimed she had. I don't know. she's lost her fucking mind. I don't know what to say about it. I know all the ladies in the chat probably pretty excited to get some Scott Rogers content. You've been about a day and a half without it, so I'm not sure that you guys could even stand it. But before we get there, this is for the men in the chat. You ready? This is Wobbin, who is dead in an AI.
Crazy, get wild, let's party, get loud. If you wanna have fun and do something crazy.
Do something crazy.
Let's party.
Ooh.
If you wanna have fun and do something crazy.
What did it do to her belly? Why is it shaped like a chicken thigh? I don't know what that is. There you go. Who isn't excited?
The titties nonetheless. First thing I do when a girl undressed. Crazy girl, spark my interest.
Titties?
So titties with sock, I invest in breasts. Yeah. Love the way you move, I'm impressed. Girls love it, the best, I guess. Hey, I got the
Okay. So, baby or adult, I just suck on some titties, she says. And then, I don't know what this is, but we're getting ready to watch it. I see Scott Rogers in the thumbnail.
I just want people to support me in my gender identity issues.
No. You're muted again.
No gender identity.
I said different. Go talk about a different subject, and you're not listening.
Okay, one more question. Should it be Daddy Drip or Drip Daddy?
No. Different subject.
Daddy Drip or Drip Daddy?
Said they like your haircut, Scott.
Yeah. It's like Scott went into the barber and said, "Give me the Bozo the Clown."
I'm not cutting it yet.
I have not cutting it yet.
Fluffier than normal.
I'm just kind of a little flustered right now because you wouldn't let me open up.
No, stop. Dookie, stop. You know what I think of you as, Dookie?
What's that?
A brother.
That's offensive.
A brother.
You know my gender identity issues.
Tell me he isn't trying this on just to see how it works. That's it, dude. That's it. The horns and everything. Like, yeah, Scotty's is smaller. He's not near the man Bozo the Clown was. But he's working on it, right? He's definitely working on it. Nobody can claim he isn't. He'll get there.
Think of me as your sister.
Think of me as your sister. You can't think of him as your brother. He has gender identity issues. Think of me as your sister.
No, brother. You were born a male.
Oh, God.
Stay a male.
Scott's behind the times, guys. Especially when he's making videos. And all I do every day, I can't get dicks off my mind. I just keep thinking about dicks and dicks and dicks.
Well, yeah, then you could be Drip Daddy.
No.
Drip Daddy.
I think of you as a brother, Dookie.
Well, I think of you as a brother, but I'm more of a sister, Scott.
No, brother.
Yeah,
you want me to block you, Dookie? You want me to block you?
First of all, it isn't real. Second of all, even if it was, what the fuck is he blocking him for? You want me to block you for you saying things that I don't want you to say? This channel I've seen before. It doesn't do a whole lot of Scott Rogers content, but it does some. It does a lot more of Daniel Larson. But there's so many channels that follow the all cows. I never did go back and find Scott's biological mother. Just me and my mom. Or whatever he does. Makes a weird fucking noise. Daniel Larson's a trip, too. Daniel Larson's fucking what? Let's see. Is it playing or no? Did it freeze?
Okay, so
Where'd it go? There it is.
Why, dude? Why?
unemployed brat.
Why?
$5,000 a month. What do you think? You're stuck in your parents' basement.
Wow. See if they got another one close. Handy. I can't listen to too much copyrighted music. We're on YouTube. And I know all these videos have fucking music on them. I'm trying to come up with some... I actually started writing some stuff down today and taking some voice memos. I'm trying to come up with some maybe video outlines. I want to make 3-minute or less videos called Normal Person's Guide to MAGA Blank. And I'll probably make like the first part where I'm like, hey, you know what this is? This is Normal Person's Guide to MAGA. And that'll always be the same. Then I'll just fill in like elections, economics, Ukraine versus Russia, China, and explain what the I kind of want a disclaimer. I've only got 3 minutes, so I got to be quick. I kind of want a disclaimer and be like, this isn't every fucking Trump supporter. This is the most extreme, but there's a lot of them, and this is what they believe. Because I know not everybody believes that. Some people just to baby tunnels, that'd be a good one. Some people just support Trump, and that's fine. You can support whoever you want. It's the extremism that I want to call out, and I don't want to take too broad a brush and paint everybody, and then those people get pissed off like, I don't believe that, and I voted for Trump. Okay. Pizzagate, that's a good one. I need to keep a list together. I was just, the reason I thought about it is because I've spent all this time doing these videos, and I'm probably one of the most qualified people on the extremist beliefs of QAnon supporters because we've covered so many, right, for years. And I know a lot of people they believe about this, or maybe somebody knows what Nasar Gassar is, and maybe somebody knows what they think about, China or Ukraine. But we've got it all culminated together into hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And some people are never, ever going to watch me stream, for more than 2 minutes, right? But they might watch a 3-minute video. They might watch a bunch of 3-minute videos. Maybe it's not use the 3-minute video to get people to come here to watch longer streams. Maybe that's just it. They just watch the 3-minute video, and they like those videos. They never come to a stream. But either way, I need to build the channel up. It's not exactly struggling. It's just not right now. It seems like the new people we get replace the people that have left or moved on or don't watch anymore. And it doesn't seem like we're growing like we had been last year. So we'll see. Look, you're just gonna make noise. Apparently, these are older videos, but it says they have him falling for a fake college, and the trolls want him to go to the college uninvited and get kicked out to cause a public meltdown. They've convinced him he's been accepted to college. It doesn't say what college, and he's all excited talking about his first day going back to school. Somebody said he looks like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars in his hoodie. Hey, what's up, Q idiot? I just saw you. So there you go. That's Daniel Larson, I guess. His video of just him making noises. There was a really good video I wanted to show you guys. It's not mine. It's Gotcha Man. Please go follow him. I don't know if he's going to try to claim it or strike it or whatever. Please go follow him. There was a really, really good video he made after Ryan Church's little meltdown, or during Ryan. God, he's put more out, it seems like. But one of the good ones, I think it was this one. Is this it? Yes. So watch this video. It's actually really funny. This is the Gotcha Man at The Gotcha Man 4145 on YouTube. The Gotcha Man. Go subscribe to him.
Well, shit, dude. Well, just stick it to your face and charge it.
Oh, shit. Let me start it over. This is actually a really good response. So basically, he does like these little parody videos where he even makes parody songs where he almost acts like Ryan acts to show how absurd it is. But he also comes out of character and leaves comments and stuff too. So here we go.
So I'm not going to be able to make as long of a video as I did last night.
Thank you, Jessa.
It's super cold out here, and I got some other obligations to do. But I just want to really clear some things up.
The first part's the funniest. Watch this.
The audio is terrible. I have this heater right next to me. I don't know. Maybe I can turn it a little bit.
So the heater's there interfering with his audio. So this is a very funny bit. He goes to adjust the heater to get it off the microphone, and the light bulb's up his fucking ass lit up. Like Ryan was sticking it to his face. It's stuck in his ass, lit up. That's a very, very funny bit. I wish I'd have thought of that.
And you guys just have to let me know if that's better at all. I'm not sure. Yeah, man, let's get into it. First things first, I want to clarify, because there's a lot of people, a lot of things going around right now that people, they're either insinuating they're God or they're not. But I want you guys to know clearly, I don't think I'm God, okay?
So this was Ryan Upchurch basically saying, like, when Jesus came, his own people crucified him because they didn't like the words that he was speaking. He was ahead of his time, blah, blah, blah. I'm ahead of my time. People don't like the words I'm speaking. They say I'm crazy and on drugs. So he's basically just one-for-one himself with Jesus Christ during his little rampage.
My vision of God, here's my thing. I think God is somebody who is, spiritually sound, knows exactly what he's doing in his life, has the power of healing, has, a Freedom Factory hat. I think God probably wears like gray this past weekend hoodies.
Oh no.
I think he liked Miller beer and probably had signs or memorabilia or whatever. But God definitely wasn't sponsored by Sharpie, which surprisingly, Sharpie held on. They're still here. They seen the video. They were a little upset, but they held on. But yeah,
he did
there's no way that you can get.
He apparently has another video where he's like sniffing Sharpies or whatever. I thought about getting a bulb base and putting it on top of my head, attaching it to my hat. And then when you guys donate or say a certain command in the chat, it would light it up. Like I had a good idea.
That I insinuated that I think I'm God out of anything that I'm going to say in this video, okay? I just want to make that clear. Yeah, woo! So, real quick here, I'm aware of the riddles. I get exactly what
Gotcha Man is funny.
Think that, Gotcha Man, well, you just don't get it. And that's
I tried to.
Find out you just don't get it.
I was talking to him at one time to come on the show and do an interview about the Ryan stuff. But to be fair, it was when he was winding down the Ryan stuff, and everybody was trying to. So he went to Johnny Gobble's house and kind of trolled Johnny Gobble, recorded the whole thing. Him and his wife recorded the inside of his house, kind of set him up, kind of deal. So at the time, everybody was really nervous. I think he thought maybe I was trying to set him up, but I think he's genuinely funny. He's genuinely funny. He doesn't really take sides. He makes fun of everybody in the whole thing, but I think he's funny.
Now, I know exactly what you're saying. You found a new secret code way to make fun of Fagburn. And dude, it's cool. I get it, man. I hate that piece of shit too. I really wish he'd get a job. But yeah, that's all he's doing. Clearly he talked about the protest.
No, y'all can't even protest right. You're too fucking stupid to talk to each other to learn how to protest.
They said it takes 5 days to be able to protest. After you pay the permit, they said that you wait 5 days.
Well, they're getting ready to have Johnny arrested.
The rest of it's just
Well, they're getting ready to have Johnny arrested for protesting.
Really fun game, charades.
I have nobody knows what this means.
Ooh, hand to light, hand to light, hand to, hand light, light hand, right-handed. You're right-handed. Woo!
Charades.
Hey, real talk, all those charade games and my gab. You know what I'm talking about? I was really good at those games, man. At top of my class, for real. But no, I think I get some of this stuff. I think I get your language. I think I understand where you're coming from, man. Don't mean I can't have a little bit of fun with it, but some of the things that you're saying, oh snap! No, for real. Oh snap!
Oh shit!
Snap. Holy shit!
I've got the power.
A feature with snap.
That's what he means. He's got the power.
It keeps cutting to him. Got the power.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
I gotta go tell somebody. Right? Are they still alive?
He is funny. The gotcha man.
Man, Snap. I mean, not that Snap.
It's, I mean, like, it's all jump cuts and stuff. Like, it isn't like this. It's not like he's editing like a Hollywood blockbuster. But the level of editing he has on here, the clips he pulls in, the stuff he does, the bits he does, and he gets them out like next day from Ryan's Meltdown is actually really, really good. Like like I said, it's not like it's a ton of work. Like he's fucking matching colors and different times of the day and the sunset and shit like that, like a fucking Hollywood film. But to have it out in 24 hours, have all those clips, have it edited together, all the bits cohesive and make sense and not leave. Even Ryan's editor leaves a bunch of him saying the same shit twice in when he's like, well, I think I should say first. Like he leaves those, like Ryan obviously meant for that to be cut out. Ryan's editors fucking suck. So he does a really good job.
Nah, it's all got a deeper meaning, doesn't it? It's something's wrong with your brain.
It's okay that there's something wrong with your brain.
Oh God.
I don't hate you for it. I'm just saying.
I hate you.
Yeah, going on, my eyes are burning. I don't know how you keep them open that long like that. So, if y'all ain't picked up on this yet, I'm doing another little short reaction to an Upchurch video.
Almost all big YouTube. Like I would love to. I hate editing. I do it, but I'm gonna start doing it more, obviously, because I have recorded videos. I'm gonna try to set it up almost like an assembly line, because the intro is always gonna be the same except for one word. The disclaimer's always gonna be the same. The outro is probably always gonna be the same. Then there'll be a little short clip I just plug in there. But yeah, like it's not easy to edit and get stuff out that quick. But I'm about to be. But most big YouTubers hire editors. Hell, I think Destiny signed this contract with his YouTube editor when he was like way before he was as big as he is now. Destiny had insane growth last year, and he's been growing like crazy since he started, really. But last year blew the fuck up, especially when he got banned from Twitch and went to YouTube exclusive. So Destiny's YouTube editor, I think he makes 40% of whatever Destiny's channel makes. And I'm pretty sure that he subcontracts out a lot of the editing, right? He'll find an editor he likes on Fiverr or something, work with him a couple times, it does good. He basically just brings them on. And that's fucking back. Destiny makes a ton on YouTube with all the views he gets, and his editor's making 40% of it. Now, like I said, when Destiny signed the contract with the editor is when he's a lot smaller, and he just didn't want to touch it. He just wanted somebody to come in, take his Twitch video, make it into a YouTube video. He never wanted to have to check it, never wanted to have to, copyright strike, complain, whatever. He just wanted somebody to do it. And the guy did. But now that guy's making bank, and Destiny's blowing up even more.
And keep them coming, Bubba. But here's a little bit of a live that I missed last night where he kind of mentions the superpower. And let's see if we can figure it out together.
Oh shit, my phone's dying.
Bubba, your phone's dying? Well, shit, dude. Well, just stick it to your face and charge it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Charge it with your body.
Or to your lips or whatever. Just, stick it somewhere and charge that shit back up again. Keep it going. Don't end the live because your phone's dying, bro. You got superpower. And I'm not being a smartass. You guys think I'm being a smartass asshole and just being condescending and being sarcastic or whatever. But no, usually I usually use my chest. If I think hard enough, I can charge it right around here.
Uh-oh. Don't look at the chat. There he goes.
I killed it. Shit. Get it? Okay, you're reading the comments. It's off.
Now watch when I don't watch the comments.
Okay, what happens if you don't read the comments? It still didn't come on.
The power of live, folks.
He would have crammed that motherfucker through his temple if he had to. Okay, if you're, you could be trying to make some bigger meaning here, right? And,
he's got the power.
We're just too stupid to understand it, right? We're just too stupid to understand and read between the lines or between the light bulb on and off to understand. We're just too stupid, right? We're too goddamn dumb. And the question I got for you is, what happens, Mr. Upchurch, if you just say it outright and share the big secrets with us? Huh?
He can't.
It's so dangerous that you can't tell us the truth.
He can't connect to you through a computer screen spiritually and give it to you.
Or is it that we can't handle the truth? I think I have the right idea. Oh my God. Am I magic like Upchurch? All right, folks, like I said earlier, I'm sponsored. I did talk them in to let me put the sponsored part at the end of the video. So here's the sponsored part. Look what happens when I smell a Sharpie with the cap on. Light doesn't light. Now watch this. Folks, go to Sharpie.com right now and get yours.
If you light a light bulb.
Where was this thing?
There's no switch on here.
There's no switch on here, guys. He just put one out that I didn't even see. It said sorry for, it was 18 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago now. I haven't seen this one. It's just 8 minutes. Let's see what it is.
This is my official apology.
Again, this is the Gotcha Man. Go follow him on YouTube. He's pretty funny.
Line on here a little bit. This is my official apology video, y'all. I mean, you hate to do it, but you got to do it because it's for entertainment purposes, right? But this is my official apology for bringing Fagburn, Johnny, Dick, unemployed, layabout, piece of shit, out of retirement. And at least I had to endure all the hate and all the, you know, he made the entire live about me.
Now it's all right for old God-man to come up here and pop up and say, hey, he's on drugs.
And that's fine. And hey, shout out to Gail Bland. We got this dude.
Oh no.
Hey, hey, he's on his feelings. Gail, how come?
I wonder what Gail thinks about that one. I wonder what Gail thinks about that. Gail.
How come it's Gail? Huh? How come you mean to him, Gail? But more on that later. Let's first acknowledge the fact that when I say retirement, obviously I'm being sarcastic because this guy, you know, spends the whole time, he'll upload a quick little story and then delete it because he looks.
Hell, Johnny's even mad at me because I was talking shit about Ryan. He thinks he deleted the video. I don't know if it's back yet or not. Let's go see right quick while we're talking about it. He had part 1 and part 2, and it was called Miracles of 2024, and it was about Ryan lighting the fucking light bulb. It was oh, there he is. It was about Ryan lighting a fucking light bulb. He called it a miracle, part 1 and part 2. But I think he deleted them. Yeah, he did. He did. It was right after this one, no servage here. But yeah, he's mad now. He come in here talking shit about me the other day. Well, you just made it right up church because he didn't give you an interview. Yeah, that's it. I'm just mad, and I made a meltdown somehow because he didn't give me an interview. I got you.
Stupid. He'll, you know, community posts and obsess over my comments and obsess over everything. But you know, when you think of the word retirement, here's what I think of. Here's what's so sad about this dude. This layabout piece of shit, couch dwelling motherfucker. The only, if you can even call it an income or a job, or the only contribution that he makes in the Gobble household is the little bit of AdSense that he makes from YouTube, which, you know, can't be much. But he couldn't even bring himself to do that for the last however many weeks, right? Couldn't get off the couch.
I know it's not much because I get a lot of my videos get more views than his. Some of his get more than mine, depending on what he's talking about. But it's not much from YouTube ad revenue, which I'm not the greatest at saying in the green. But still, even the videos I got in the green, I can average that shit out.
You don't even have to get off the couch. As a matter of fact, you can lay right there on your couch on your phone and make a YouTube video, but you couldn't even do that for your family. But it took me, you know, it took old Gotcha Man, not Got a Man, which is bizarre. Maybe he's so used to saying I got a man that's how it comes off. It's either that or he's afraid that his few little supporters, if they know exactly how to pronounce it, Gotcha Man, they'll go take one look at one of my videos and they'll never be another supporter of him. You know, I don't know which one it is, but I get it's kind of irrelevant. But anyway, it takes an old Got a Man video to get him. You know, I'm fired up enough. I'm gonna get off this damn couch and I'm gonna get down here. I'm gonna pull somebody like AD on the panel and ask him these hard-hitting questions. AD?
Well, what do you think about God-man and Gail not saying something to God-man about the shit he's saying?
How come is it that God-man can say he said something about Ryan and everybody's okay with it? Hey, and shout out to AD for just laughing his stupid ass off. And that's what I've always admired about AD, and I've said this before, and whatever, people don't like him. I don't know why you don't like him, but that's your problem. But what AD is really, really good at is
because Ryan told him not to like him.
Is kind of being neutral, floating from place to place. And the great part about him is when somebody like fucking Fagburn Layabout ask him a stupid ass question like that, he just laughs it off. And he's like, why do you care what Gail thinks?
I mean, I don't really know. I don't know nothing about that. Like, what do you want her to say? Like, I hate you, Got a Man?
Which kind of lends to, you know, Gail, listen, you're so far in this dude's head, it's hilarious. Like oh my God. But let's get serious now.
I don't even know who Gail is. Am I missing who Gail is? Do you know, Dr. J?
now, and let's break it down exactly why. I say,
oh, is Gail Ryan's aunt? Is that Ryan's aunt that come out and talked about her sister, which is Ryan's mom? Wasn't her name Gail?
The one that wants to tell you this stuff, Gobble, but secretly I enjoy it. But let's explain to you why it's different. Because what I'm doing is having fun, like I always have. Never changed anything. It's kind of bizarre. You do this whole backstabbing thing, and y'all seen it.
God, a man is a backstabbing son of. Y'all watched him backstab me in the back.
Like, this dude is still hurt.
Backstab me in the back. That's wild.
This dude is still hurt.
Thank you, Awkward Texan.
That he fucking met me on YouTube. And because I made a silly video, like I continue to do to this day, about Ryan Upchurch, but I noticed that they were beefing on the internet, and Gobble was talking to a light bulb, and shout out to Mike 12 Point, because Mike 12 Point was like,
oh shit, you know who helped me? Mark helped me figure out something today. You know, Phil's OG mod, who's mad at Tressie, which we're going to look at in a second, at Tressie Trex, and made all those claims about her in the Trino channel, then got deleted. Then Phil made a video saying, I'm staying with my mod. I don't give a fuck what you say. That apparently is the Sherry that was on the boat looking all anorexic, and I said something about her being on the boat in that one video with Phil and Carrie and them, and her daughter messaged me to try to get me to take the video down. I didn't know that was the same person, because Andy tried to tell me that I shouldn't make fun of Sherry because it wasn't nice and she doesn't have anything left to do with Phil. Seems like she has a lot left to do with Phil, doesn't it?
Be a light, man. Be a light, you know. And I also had seen Ryan make a video where he was talking to a light, and he was like, "Flash, boo, flash." And I made a video like that, and I was just kind of, you know, poking fun at Ryan and just kind of having the fun that I do right now, harmless fun. It's you come on the internet and you say something, and I react to it and have harmless fun to it. You, on the other hand, want to wear his skin. But we'll get back to that later. But
sorry.
You know, I put out a few videos like that, and this fucking inbred layabout piece of shit.
You want to draw him in charcoal art, like the scene from the Titanic, like one of your French girls.
He's like, "Oh yeah, you ought to come down to my house, man. I'll show you Paintsville, and I'll show you Loretta Lynn's house, and I'll show you all these people that supported themselves except for me." And I'm like, "Well, fuck it, for content's sake, let me go down there and record this stupid fuck." And that's why I think it's funny that he said, "Oh, you guys forget he came to my house, and I got to know him."
That this guy come down to my house, and I know the real him.
Apartment.
Me stupid. You didn't even know I was recording you, did you?
It does seem like you wouldn't know the real him if he showed up and recorded the whole thing, because that was his plan. Like, he can't, like, it's not like he's just saying, like, that wasn't really me and I didn't like hanging out with you and, oh, you know, I was pretending. No, he came with a plan to record it all, or he wouldn't have all of it recorded.
He's in there telling me about the drug deals you have and fucking show me all your bottles of Suboxone and the fucking straw.
Apparently not. It's not Carrie. I didn't know it was Sherry. I didn't know who it was, to be honest. People told me it was Phil. People told me it was Carrie. People told me it's somebody else. But it seems like it's been linked to Sherry now.
Next to it, dude. You're such an idiot, dude.
Sherry Glore or whatever her name
you
is.
Still hang on, and it's kind of sad. Like, I honestly, a little teeny tiny bit of me felt sorry for you to hear you still crying about that moment. It's been 2 years since I came down there, and you're like, y'all seen this guy stab me in the back?
Y'all watched him stab me in the back.
And why you guys think it's funny for? Why do you think God man's funny for? This ain't fair, Gail. And then you're like, you liking Gail? I've not done nothing different, man. And that's, dude, all you lame fucking sissy boys who are on YouTube trying to find companionship and a friend, you guys all yell that same shit. The backstabber, he flip-flopped on me. He flip.
I don't know why I guess I don't know why they're on here looking for friends. Like, if you just keep everybody else's, like, I'm not saying you can be nice to them or like a distance friend, like distantly a friend. But if you remember, it's the internet, especially if you're like in the drama community, right? And exposing and reaction videos and stuff. If you just keep enough distance and don't fucking share too much, why invite a motherfucker to your house? Like, I don't know why they're out here looking for friends anyways. Hey, what's up, Vern?
Dude, oh my God, dude.
Good to see you, buddy.
On YouTube looking for a friend, and then they said something that didn't align with your views, and you think that they're a flip-flopper now, then you have way deeper problems.
Exactly.
Than YouTube is going to solve. And you most definitely want to wear Ryan's skin as a suit. And that's why no matter what you say,
it's funny.
People are going to find it cringy, buddy. Unless you say, guess what, guys? I got a job today. It still might be cringy because you might be trying to get enough money to travel to Tennessee and get that skin suit you're looking for.
Get that skin suit. So, Johnny Gobble's back. He's doing his thing. Move over, Elvis. I'm God now. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to watch all Gotcha Man's videos, but go check them out because there's one more right here that we're not going to watch. Oh, this is the first Sharpie one he made. This is from 2 days ago. So go check out Gotcha Man. I'll drop this link for his video that's actually here. Let's do this. Boom. I don't even know. Yeah, go check out the Gotcha Man. Close that. Rough day. Close that. We're back. There we go. Sorry, I forgot to check something.
You see this black box right here?
Oh my God.
Well, I'm going to show you something right now.
Don't do it. Don't show it to me. So I just saw a post from that Tressie Trek lady. Okay, I was just making sure Rumble was still live. I didn't see anybody over there in the comments. Oh, there's 10 people like it. There's 80-some people. The Rumble people don't comment a lot. I try to catch it, even though you guys can't see it. I try to catch it and acknowledge. I like to acknowledge everybody. I don't want Rumble to feel like they're left out, but they're just far and few between sometimes. There's a couple that are always over there holding it down. All right, so let's see. Let's go to Facebook. And let's do Tressie Trek. And see if we can pull up this most recent video. So again, this Sherry says that she once was following Tressie or whatever. And she had a horror story about Tressie. I kind of gave the rundown on this before. She had a horror story about Tressie. Something about she left them stranded and took the car and left and it was just horrible. And she also said that she gives fake intel, then retracts it. So like the intel she puts on her videos, she has a private Telegram group where she's already kind of crowd tested. Yeah, like she's put it out there. If people like it, she keeps it. If not, she pulls it back. And some of that stuff was on Phil being bad. Now, of course, we know everybody else. We know all these people are fucking Phil worshipers. So that probably wasn't going to be a good one. She reported that about Phil. And then apparently there was some type of real life engagement as well. Now, Tressie made a video basically giving Phil an ultimatum saying, hey, you need to fix this. Like I didn't do anything wrong. And asked people to get the video to Phil. Phil responded by saying, well, I'm going to trust my mod who's been with me the whole time. I don't know anything about you. I don't watch you. I don't do any of this. So then she made a post that I saw earlier. I'm looking for it right now, saying that she could be quiet. She could shut the channel down. She could do both. She could do what? Here's one from 3 days ago. Let's see what this one is.
I have to tell you, my wonderful
I know you just hear
Shelly
it.
has been getting all of my social media active, and a lot of them, like let's say YouTube and Truth Social, and
he did. He tried at first to blame Andy. Maybe he's changed the story so many times it's hard to tell. But he tried to insinuate that Andy had all his passwords and may or may not have put spyware on his computer as well.
Instagram, they've all just been kind of dead, just sitting there because I wasn't going to
Lisa
keep up everything. However, today someone found an 8-year-old video of when I was trying to get a ranch in California, and I just happened to have red shoes on. Well,
oh God, she had a little meltdown about this red shoe video. Somebody put out a video about her having red shoes, and of course we all know if you have red shoes, you eat babies, right? If you own a pair of red shoes, you've eaten way too many babies.
I got them in a thrift store. They are satin. They were cute, and we didn't know anything about red shoes at that time. Oh,
I would say, yeah, she's 60 or older.
So now she took it on herself to go and spread that all over Telegram. Oh boy, just here we go. We just got over the slander, which really was a federal offense, by the way, that happened on our very popular Friends network. And now Tressie wears red shoes. Oh my gosh. No, I don't.
Oh yeah, another thing you can do, donate if contribute to the show if you want to at coldbeer.fund, but share the link out to somebody, maybe somebody that's never watched before, or somebody you think might be interested in the show or like to come hang out, laugh, whatever. It's to be laid back, you know what I mean? Like if they just want to come have fun, talk shit, you might want to give them a warning that I sometimes snap back at the chat, but if they want to come have fun, share the link out.
Red shoes. Now that we know what that means, you know me, I'm into fashion, right? And so I was into anything cute
it looks
at
like
the time.
it.
And this is Satan. I will tell you right now, this is from Satan doing this because I'm helping people. You know that. All right? So I need my tribe to get out there on Telegram, find every place they posted this crap, and take it down.
Take it
I'll
down.
just be real. I'm going to speak.
You're doing mass reporting
right now. It's bullshit. Call them on it. Call them on it, you guys. Take it down. We can't let this get out there because this will hurt the cause of Jesus Christ. This will hurt people's lives.
Wait a second. If people see you in red shoes, this will hurt Jesus?
He keeps wanting nobody to follow.
I heard Jesus was into fashion.
Be saved from death, right? So I need you to help me with this. All right, I'm counting on you because I'm not home right now. I just found out about it. All right, I love you. Thank you.
Jeez Louise. All right, from there, we go up. We get this. Don't mess with the tress. You just might find yourself followed by an entire tribe. It's a kind of, I guess, a threatening photo. I don't know. It's weird. The Trek Tribe group photo, aka Tressie's Tribal Lovers. No, that is a stock image you stole of a concert. That's 100% not your followers. Kind of weird that you would even put that up. Okay. If we go on up, we get this. It says Tressie Trek Comedy Hour is on Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. 8 Eastern. That is the Tressie Trek Comedy Hour on Tuesdays. Thank God. Is this the one we're on? Tressie Trek page? Yes. Let's grab this. Hold on. See more. There might be stuff that she put on her Rumble that isn't that she took down off her Facebook, but we'll keep looking. Replay for newbies and Trek addicts. We did watch the one where she was like, I just need to address this. Oh, here it is. This is the one I wanted to play first. Just to catch everybody else. We already watched it, but here you go. What the fuck? Oh, unmute. It's only 3 minutes.
All right. So, hey, Phil. This is Tressie. As you know, your head mod has slandered me big time. She said I ruined her life. I was very quiet about it. I tried to honor and be careful because I don't do bashing, as you know. You've seen my treks. You know I don't bash. And I have promoted you constantly, almost every trek. I called you Xavier last trek because you are. I believe in you.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
This mod is intent on taking me down. And so now there's this new person who is accusing me of having red shoes on 8 years ago. As you know, no one knew anything about the red shoes 8 years ago. I'm a fashionista. I like fashion. And I found some satin tennis shoes at a thrift store, and I thought they were cool. They were fun. But I don't wear them anymore because I know what red shoes mean. Now I'm being accused of being a child murderer. I'm angry. You get that? I'm angry. And it continues on your chat. Guess what, Phil? I am a supporter of Phil Godleski. I am a paid subscriber. When this whole slander happened, I was knocked off the chat, and I did nothing wrong. I never posted. I was just on the chat. I was kicked off. I know you don't want to make you don't want to take sides. That's fine. Okay. But you need to stop the slander that's happening on your chat. I will not put up with it. My board of directors at my charitable nonprofit 501c3 will fight. I will not be called a child molester, child killer. That is what I fight against. That is one of my programs for the RD.
Escalated quickly.
You understand me? I'm not putting up with this. I am a nice person. I am full of love. My followers know that. But I will not put up with this. This needs to be addressed, Phil. You cannot just shove it under the rug. You said defamation of character was a big deal.
He did say
That's
that.
what you prosecute, right? This is the same thing. You cannot shove it under the rug. Your head moderator needs to be stopped. I will not accept this. You understand me? This is a warning. I'm not putting up with this. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. So there you go. That was her address straight to Phil. That's how that started. Then we end up with this, Tracy Trek Comedy Hour. It says, Facebook is threatening to shut us down for hate speech. Details on tonight's Trek. That was from 2 days ago. Then we have good news, Trek Tribe. We are now on Telegram. Ooh, that might be interesting. Let me grab that. I did not. She must have just started a... I knew she had a private Telegram, but well, I don't want to say. But I didn't know she had a public Telegram that she would just share the link to. But it seems that way. So we're on Telegram. Warning, in my experience with Facebook, they allow you to appeal, but they've already decided to shut you down. So please go to Telegram now. Please send us your email address at Tressie'sTeam77@gmail.com. We don't want to lose you. Wow, she's making a customer list. Update the email address going forward. Warning, in my experience, blah, 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 same thing. Well, what was the update? It's all exactly the same. Please send us your email address at Tressie'sTeam77@gmail.com. We don't want, I don't know. She posted a picture, Trek Party Tonight, and it's on this page, right? Teresa Trek page, yes. As well as Rumble, this from 2 days ago, and YouTube. I didn't know she had a YouTube either. We'll open that in a new tab for a minute. And then here it is. BYO popcorn party location. Bring your own popcorn party location, blah, blah, blah. It's 56 minutes long. I want to see if she addresses anything at the first of it, though. She might. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah, she sells instrumental flute solos for you and your kids. Just dye your shoes, lady. There you go. Just don't be so fucking crazy. People, like, this goes back to, like, I know people like to do this to Phil or people they don't like, but, like, oh, my God, he did this, or he did this, or he did this, or he did this, or there's a triangle in the background. Who gives a fuck about red shoes? It's not a thing. Y'all are just making that shit up. And a lot of you probably as kids before you made your own choices probably had shoes with red in them at some point. Oh my God. What if you're in a wedding and you have to wear red shoes? I guess yep. You better go barefoot. Ruin that wedding. Okay, here we go.
You know.
Sorry, I was just trying to get through the flute music. Oh God, hurry.
Tressie Trek, and this is the Trek Tribal Party.
People like Tressie go looking for drama, and when they can't find it, they create it. You're right, L.
So I'll
is it L or L-E?
Oh my gosh, what a week, right?
L-E-G?
I mean, never a dull moment. Poor Shelly, she's never bored anymore.
Great, so now she's drunk. She's clearly drunk.
Right, so I just want to welcome all of the podcasters and the leaders that are watching tonight. I would just like to honor you and tell you that it's an honor for us to have you with us. So thank you so much.
Oopsie.
You know, I was just minding my own.
It does look like she spent the last several years every day moving her eyebrows just one hair higher until she's perma-surprised. Let's see what this is.
Hey guys, I wanted to clarify something that I didn't say, which I should have said, because I was alerted with the comments on Rumble. People say, no, that's not right because Biden has to be gone first. Okay, now what I meant to say was Nassara is announced first. Trump cannot come back until Nassara is announced. people need to stop being concerned about the order of the schedule, because it could happen like minutes afterwards. So Nassara is announced, then they announce that Biden has been taken down or he resigned or whatever, and that Trump comes back. It is back to back to back. So we need to give out that schedule of thinking that we have to see some big deal that Biden's been taken down before Nassara can be announced. It's all at the same time, and it doesn't really matter what happens first as far as announcements go. But Nassara has to happen first, the announcement, because the money has to move.
Got news for you, lady. Phil already announced it.
Ability to.
And you confirmed it, saying that you used to play flute for a high leader in North Korea, and he confirmed that Phil was right. So
come back. See? So, it could be that they announce the resignation of Biden before Nassara, but I would say give up that whole schedule. Forget it. It doesn't matter, because it's going to be
L for Lori. Gotcha.
Within minutes or hours, and that's all that matters. So, yeah, let it go. All right? I love ya. Bye.
So you just spelled out the pronunciation of L. Gotcha. Back to this. We're not watching this whole video. It's an hour long. It's obviously she's addressing Phil at the first of it.
Whole business on Facebook about what, 5 months ago? I was doing nice little fireside checks for my little sweet Facebookers, right? And I was not hurting anyone. And all of a sudden, someone threw me out there into viral land.
She's drunk. She's drunk.
And the next thing you know, someone is saying I ruined their life and all these horrible things. And then somebody says I wear red shoes and I kill children? What? And that goes all over the place. And then Facebook, the next day, isn't it just the next day? Facebook says that I've been doing way too much hate speech. I know.
Yeah, you're learning the shitty end of you all calling people out. When you call people out, your audience goes and mass reports shit. My audience knows I don't play that shit. We don't mass report or fucking. It should all be out there so I can talk about it and make fun of it. But your all's top audience, when you say something negative about someone, they go and fucking mass report the shit.
Be more loving, don't you think, guys? I mean, what? So I think what happened was when I can't even defend myself because they accused me of hate speech, right? So I get you guys all involved to go out there and tear down all the posts that are saying that I'm a child murderer. And I mean, that is the worst, right? That is the worst, horrendous accusation anyone could ever make about me. I mean, them's fighting words. I mean, my board of directors, they're like, they keep that up, we are coming after them, right? All right, so we can't let that, we cannot allow that to be out and believed, and because it is a dastardly lie, right? Yeah, that was... That ruffled my feathers a little bit there. And then, just because I was trying to find a post that would reflect what you're like, because I was so honored that you guys went out there and beat the bushes looking for those posts to take them down. I mean, it was so touching to me. It meant so much to me. And like, you were beautiful warriors, tribal lovers, and because our weapon is love, right? And so I wanted to honor you by saying, what you're like. And so I found a tribal picture. I wanted war paint. So I found a tribal picture that was from Africa, and I posted that. And someone had a very bad comment that I was dishonoring those people. Well, I think they should be honored for me saying that they're like you. Right. So, I mean, we're honored to be like them, but they should be honored to know that they are like the patriots, because you are just as fierce, and your love is fierce. That's what I want to say. And so that, I think, was the hate speech, but they said way too often. So I think there are people that want to take me down who just accuse me with no basis whatsoever. So what are you going to do? Right? So this is what I want to say about Facebook. So I know for a fact that the White Hats stormed the offices in Europe of Facebook and took it over. They took everything. So we know that they control it. However, for optics' sake, they allow the algorithms to stay the same.
Just for optics.
Because it's not ready to show the world that we took it, right? Same thing with MSM. We took over MSM. Those people are all cooperating with the White Hats to say whatever they're told, and they're also saying the bad things for optics' sake, right? So, you know, I just figured we're almost there. So, you know, when we turn the corner, I just wanted to just stay put on Facebook since I'm so used to it and everything. But, you know, I can't give dates or anything. You know, I don't give dates. Now, those people that say I'm giving dates,
what is she doing?
You got to stop that because I did not give
I was reading something on Telegram and listening, but what the fuck was she doing with that napkin?
Control it. However, for optics' sake, they
What's up,
allow
Maria?
the algorithms to stay the same, right?
Oh, I saw a Mustang too. Mustang Sally, I just thought you sent me a message on Patreon. I never did reply, did I? I read it, but I forgot to reply. Sorry about that. I'll go back after the show.
Ready to show the world that we took it, right? Same thing with MSM. We took over MSM. Those people are all cooperating with the White Hats to say whatever they're told, and they're also saying the bad things for optics' sake, right? So, you know, I just figured we're almost there. So, you know, when we turn the corner, I just wanted to just stay put on Facebook since I'm so used to it and everything. But, you know,
what's she doing?
I can't give dates or anything. You know, I don't give dates. Now, those people that say I'm giving dates, you know.
What the fuck's she doing right there?
You know, you got to stop that because I did not give a date. I did not. Okay, now I put a post that said I'm under a gag order. I put that under there myself because my
big deal, lady. My wife's under a gag order every night. All right, that's less interesting now. Continue through the page. Update to my email address, Tressy's Team 77 at ProtonMail, not Gmail, ProtonMail.com. If you want to, man, we should flood her with emails about joining our team. Please do not comment on this post. Well, someone commented. Please do not comment on this post. I don't want people taking sides. Family talk to my tribe. It's got 87 comments. I'm so proud for you. I am so proud of you for laying low on this. You followed the first aid kit and didn't get involved. Wow. Perfect way to diffuse a horrible situation that I'm forced to address. Proverbs 18:17. End of story. 18:17. End of story. Now, of course, people instantly fucking commented. Don't comment on this. 87. It's the most commented post she's made. Let's see if we can get all of them. Let's read this one first because I just saw it. Okay, here's my opinion. Wait, they said they didn't want your opinion. Literally. Okay, here's my opinion. I watch Phil. I like Phil. I watch Tressie. I like Tressie. Do I believe everything they say? No. But here's what I know for a fact. The people of our country are hurting. People are dying every day when we are to believe there are med beds out there that could save them. People are committing unaliving events. They are homeless, freezing, can't pay their bills, can't feed their families. So could we just focus on what is most important and let individuals who chose to put themselves out in the public eye for whatever reason handle these problems behind the scenes? It seems these days everybody hates everything. If you read posts on Facebook, you will see what I mean. God bless everyone, and let's get this show over with. There you go. If we listen closely, we will see that Tressie, by her example, is laying out the universal laws for us. Tressie has been given a high calling. At this time, there's a call for the feminine and masculine to heal, Tressy's part in this is huge, and it's important. It's important that she continue to hold it in reverence and not allow herself to be disgraced or dishonored, as she would be dishonoring us and her high calling. She must press on for the higher mark, which is the high calling of God. We must pray daily for greater strength for Tressie, good health, peace in her heart, and plenty of rest. We pray no weapon formed against her shall prosper. I believe in the foretold word that a mighty woman will rise up and through a great anointing from the Lord bring healing to the earth. She has the blessings of the Lord, her ancestors, her teachers, and even those now who stretch her as she leaps to a greater level of wisdom, discernment, understanding, and patience. We pray for the voice of God to come through her. May we all remember to bless Tressie and send her love. These people are wild, dude. Watched the Dr. Z podcast. Yeah, I saw they were all together. You woke me up. I was falling asleep. Oh no, don't do that. What she was talking about, what she was talking about, and I think what the Q movement is somewhat about is the idea of 5 steps of ideological subversion, supposedly a Marxist tactic. It would be interesting to know your thoughts. Like, you think it was set up like that, or you think it just become that? So what I'm asking is, do you think it just shows those signs as a movement, or do you think that someone intentionally set up Q for ideological subversion? Let's all remember who the enemy is in all this and who gains from it. Neither Tressie nor Phil nor the cause we fight for. We all lose energy and focus. The world doesn't have time for this. The spiritual battle is going on. God already won. He will lead us to the truth. In the meantime, people are dying. We need the truth. Really, what are these videos? Okay, you keep claiming people are dying, people are starving, people are freezing, people are struggling, people can't pay, people can't heat, people can't eat. What does watching these videos do? Couldn't you help somebody fucking pay their bills or get to a doctor's appointment or fucking feed them? Yeah, they're stretching her, Rob. I knew you'd know that. Jesus Christ. Let's go through the rest of this page. I don't have the heart to read any more of these. Did you notice that I never mentioned details names on the track from 1 to 23? I did that so people would follow my lead. I'm asking that we not discuss the people involved in various arguments and accusations on my page. Sound good? Can we go back to the recording and follow the first aid suggestions? Thank you for the most excellent Trek tribe. Trek first aid kit. The fuck is that? This is a first aid kit for our followers. God, do we have to skip all the flute music again? God damn it.
And, sometimes I know God told me to, buddy, welcome to the trek.
There you go.
You know that song? I know you were getting touched by it because it's pertinent for right now. And the one we used on Saturday by Jen Johnson, same thing, right? Perfect timing. And I know God told me to do it, both songs at the right time. Sometimes he leads you and you don't even realize it's him. You just think it's a good idea, but in the end, it was him. And even the trek that I did last Saturday, I'm going to beg you to go back and listen to it. If you have not heard it, you've got to listen to it. This is life and death. You've got to listen to it because God gave me that. It's serious. God trained me my whole life from day one to be ready for this very day right now. I am a
medic. I understand what it is. Like, actually,
to move
across
the country, to get in place, to be a spiritual medic.
But anyways, I actually read a paper on it a while back, talking about Russian espionage and ideological subversion. there was a quote in the paper that it was like this guy was talking about being, I forget who it was, but he was talking about being a spy or a spook or working for like the Russian agency. And he was talking about he was involved in something much more unpleasant than just espionage. He was engaged in ideological subversion, which he said is never explained to the citizens by your media because the media is part of the process. And in this, they were talking about an example of a Russian operation where their goal was to put doubt in Americans in their own government, right? So what they did was they planted a fake scientific paper that listed scientists that did not do this study, but it claimed it did. They planted this fake scientific paper that claimed that new scientists had analyzed the HIV disease, and that this was back like in the 70s or 80s. They had analyzed HIV, and they had decided that it could have only been developed by like a biological warfare lab. And the Soviet papers did not print the story. Instead, they made this fake paper and they started planting it places. And their only goal was to get a non-Soviet, an American news station to pick it up so they could share it as if the American news station put it up and amplify that message. And that whole ordeal still has implications today. Talking about HIV and especially in a bunch of different countries. It basically sowed this doubt that America was making condoms and shit to cause HIV, the AIDS epidemic. And it went around the fucking world. They say that only when you're talking about black ops or like secret warfare or behind the scenes, only about 15% of the manpower. So 15% of the people involved are doing actual espionage, right? They're spies, they're undercover, they're doing whatever. The other 85% is like ideological subversion and psychological warfare. So the vast majority of it is a psychological warfare game where they're just trying to convince people of this or that or the other. And it's a lot worse now that it's on social media. So yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, it seems these people. I saw a study the other day, or it wasn't a study. I saw a paper written the other day that was comparing this QAnon, like having intel, knowing a secret, knowing what's going on, decoding, reading the drops and stuff. It compared the feelings and the results and how people feel after doing these types of things to addiction, and how it fucked with like serotonin in the brain, how people were getting like drug addiction, how they were getting addicted to it, how they couldn't quit. It talked about the sunken cost fallacy. They're in so deep now, even when they think like, oh my God, have I been fooled? Their brain can't even realize like I've been fooled for so long because how stupid they fucking look, and they can't reconcile that. The same way that an addict can't ever, most addicts may have a thought like I want to get clean every once in a while, but 95% of the time they can't even understand. They can't even think about becoming clean, right? They're too worried about other things. They just can't comprehend it. So the same thing with the QAnon people. They've done so many things, believed so much stuff, told their family, look like an idiot, banned from social media. The family won't talk to them. Friends are fucking avoid them. They've done so much and believed so much and spread so much. They can't even fathom the thought that they might be incorrect about it. Like they're hooked. They're done. Boring as fuck. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't know why I can't. Okay. Let's go back. Was it this one? Yeah. Hey y'all, this is Shelly. At this moment, our Tressie team Gmail is in some kind of mail jail for those who reached out yesterday. So their email got reported too. It's some kind of mail jail, not male as in female and male, but mail jail. For those who reached out yesterday, please send a new email to our Proton address Tressie Team 77 at protonmail.com. As we migrate over to Proton Mail and work through the Gmail delay, we do not want to miss anything that came through. Appreciate your understanding and helping by sending a new message to the team. So this Shelly person is whoever works with her in the background. She always talks about how busy Shelly is, Shelly answering messages, Shelly doing this, Shelly doing that. And I don't know if she's been on the show before, but I hear her talk about her in the background all the time. Tressie Trek says, I don't know how to handle this in a way that makes everyone happy, but I think the general consensus is to drop it or shut down the page. I can do both if you like. This is what I thought was interesting. So again, she's still talking about it. She's still obsessed about it. It says, I don't know how to handle this in a way that makes everyone happy, but I think the general consensus is to drop it or shut down the page. I can do both if you like. I answered a public accusation publicly because Phil said in the past, that's what you have to do. I just wanted her to stop. That's my crime, and that will get this page shut down. I have no words. I love you. Damn. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that paper. Where's it at? Where's it at? Here it is. It's called Bezmenov's Steps. This goes in demoralization. For the first step in the process, 15 to 20 years are needed. That is the amount of time required to educate a generation. Helping along the way are media and teachers who have become sympathetic, consciously or unconsciously, to the theoretical causes of the subverting nation. Bezmenov claims that the USSR was surprised at how easy this phase was in the U.S. Destabilization following the earlier phase. This is a 2 to 5 year period to change the target country's foreign relations, defense, and economy. Crisis, perhaps 6 weeks of chaos as a climactic turning point. Normalization. This stage changes the appreciation of what the status quo looks like. Bezmenov's description of this phase also includes military takeover. This is one of his charts of the process in more detail from a grainy 1980s video that's it's hard to read, I know. According to him, by the time of his mid-1980s interviews, the U.S. was already well past the 20-year mark in the demoralization phase. You could not subvert the Soviet Union, he explains. American publications may be officially distributed there, but they are actually collected and thrown away. The media is controlled. Anyone dissenting is found in silence. The view also assumes that the long-term struggle is between open systems that welcome outside influence and therefore easy to subvert, and closed systems that block outside influence and therefore impossible to subvert. What we think of as good, international exchange, free-flowing ideas, and trade, when the process is not a two-way but one-way, just going from one nation to the next one. Here, let me share. I'll share this link if anyone wants it. Let's see. It's called Bezmenov's Steps from Unintended Consequences. It's all about the USSR and their goal to change America, fundamentally change America, just by small, like a 50 fucking year plan, just by these like small little steps. Then we get this post. So after she says, but I think the general consensus is drop it or shut down the page. I can do both if you like. We get this. Trek closed until further notice. I love you. Someone says in the comments, someone says, we love you. Oh, shit. In the comments says, someone says, we love you. I'm also going to take this as a calm. I know you said you don't do calms, but I have a feeling. She responds, it means I've been brutally attacked and I'm not able to defend myself. End of story. No calms here. Pure evil. Damn, 300 comments over here. She's, Phil put her out of business, I suppose. This is very sad. I want to tell you this much. You stop doing what you do so well, they win, and that's what they want. There are a lot of people out there that do not want us to put the truth out for others to hear. You may be one of the sparks, one of the voices that the Lord needs. Think twice about closing down, please. Your presence says value. Your presence says value. Just look at the following. If that doesn't speak, then I don't know how to encourage you any more than that. God bless. Take a very short break, but please come back soon. Don't wait too long because I don't think we have too much longer. Now, she responded to this. Let's see what she said. I need to heal before I can have anything to help anyone else. Oh, okay. We love you. I'm also going to take this. Oh, that's the one I just read. All I can say is we must be close. God would not allow this unless we are moving forward. Thank you for getting us aligned for divine blessings. Love you, love and bless you. We love you, Tressie. We love your pure heart and your intentions to help people. So sorry, Tressie Trex. The truth will be revealed and you will be vindicated. We love you too. When we need you, praying you'll be back soon. Personally, I would email what proof you have to fill. After all, haven't we learned one thing during all this? Is that things are not always how they seem. Stand your ground, Tressie. Let's see what she says. I have to protect an innocent woman who is near death. She is involved. That's why this is so hard. I promised I wouldn't get her involved. It's so complicated. Perseverance is needed when there are obstacles in the way of doing God's work. God is with you each step of the way. Remember, your followers need you. Selfish motherfuckers. And I count too, so I need to heal from this horror. Don't let the evil take you down. Don't let evil win. Do what God's leading you to do. He is all that matters. God will take care of the evil in his timing. Time to heal, she says. Don't let people shut you down. People can get mean. I need to heal from this trauma, she says. Thank you for all you do, Tracy. This message can only mean one thing to me. See you on the other side. Oh, no. Someone else says, I'm confused. Did she close because of the argument or because you think things are starting to happen? She responds, I need to heal from the trauma. This is not a calm. Thank God. I can deal with this if it's telling us something is coming soon. Otherwise, I'm very sad. Both. I need to heal and it's coming soon. Just got an update. Happy days are coming. Shut the fuck up. God damn, I hate this lady. Earlier was not a calm. Now she's like, both. No, say it isn't so. Time to heal. Damn, Phil's got her over here healing and everything. That's crazy. Got to put a bandage on that bitch. Hey, everybody. I couldn't understand why everyone was so upset with me asking for an attorney in the house. I just figured it out. They thought I was going after Phil. I'm simply looking for someone to draw up an NDA for me. And now do you feel better? So she asked if any of her followers were lawyers and deleted the post because everybody flipped the fuck out. Think, oh, you're going to sue Phil? He's one of the greatest guys in the world. He works for Trump. You'll never win. Like, people freak out and cussed her out. So then she's like, oh, I just did an NDA. Sure you do. Sure you do. And then, of course, Phil had his response, which was kind of interesting, I guess. He made a whole fucking video about it. Let's go to his fake channel here.
And in the meantime, you should check Gematria.
Oh, that's not the right one.
For a couple things.
Does he still have it up or no?
Everything's a calm from now on out, and I'm trying to tell you as much as I possibly could without telling you anything at all. I hope you know what that means.
Did he take down his video response? Hold on, I'm scrolling. It would be under videos, right? Hold on. Videos. This one.
How about the Niners? I never had any doubts. Actually, I was so pissed off at the first half and even the third quarter that I shut the game off completely. I couldn't watch it. I knew they were going to lose. And for a team that good to lose to a team that went 9-8 in the regular season, I can't deal. So I shut it off. And then I turned it back on for the Niners' final drive, and they won. So they proved me wrong. Anyway, this video is about the ongoing saga regarding Teresa Griffith, who you guys, I believe, know as Tressie Trek, I think. Apparently, Teresa last night put out a video that was addressed to me, which, first of all, I have nothing to do with this. I don't know why I'm being dragged into it. I have enough on my plate, for sure, and to get involved with a she said battle It's just not something I want to do at all, like not even close. However, I'm going to address it because I've been roped into it. And I don't know if I was roped in by Teresa or by one of my moderators. So the story goes like this. First of all, before I even get into the story, I don't know Teresa Griffith. I never spoke to her. I don't follow her. I don't watch her stuff. That's not to say that, you know, I would. That's not to say I'm not watching her stuff because of any particular reason. I just don't watch anyone. I don't watch anyone. I feel no need to watch anyone.
Nobody. Ever.
I know what
He just melts down about everybody's content on him, but he doesn't watch it at all.
You know, and therefore that's what I believe. So I don't need to hear someone else say something that may or may not be true. I don't need to do that. I'm my own source for what's going on, and that's what I choose to believe. And I firmly believe the intel that I get from the sources that I get because I know that my sources are better than anyone else's sources. So therefore, I have not watched Teresa, and that's not a shot at Teresa. It's just the reality. I don't watch anyone. Period. Anyone. Teresa Griffith, I had first caught wind of Teresa Griffith from one of my moderators. I'm not going to mention her by name, but I'll just refer to her as OG Mod because that's what she goes on in my chat channel. That's what she goes by in my chat channel. This moderator has been with me since the beginning, since the very beginning. She was one of my original moderators. I've gone through a dozen or more moderators in the past 3 years that I've had my Telegram channel. She's the only original from those dozen or more. Therefore, the title OG Mod. So she has been involved with just about every company that I've launched, from Phil Silver to Starve the Beast, and she's been very helpful and very reliable with everything that I've needed on either my Telegram channels or the businesses that I launched. She's been very helpful to my following for the companies that I mentioned.
I gotta speed him up more. He's killing me.
Always assertive yet friendly with my followers.
It's weird every time I call him out on something, he tries to correct the exact same thing that I said in my show, but he doesn't watch it any show.
Received zero complaints ever about her moderating abilities, and I have received other complaints from about other moderators, but not this moderator.
Hell, he didn't even get his teeth replaced, so I started calling him Buttertooth Phil.
So
I can't believe it's not enamel.
She attended my wedding. We've had a really good relationship, and there's been ups and downs, obviously, just as any friendship would have. Some misunderstandings and some people that try to, throw a monkey wrench into the relationship. Some people are very insecure, and I'm not talking about Teresa right now. I'll get to that in a second. But some people are very insecure, and when you have a friendship with someone, just like I have with OG Mod, if that friendship is stronger than the other person's friendship, they will revolt. They will throw everything at your friendship to try to get that friendship to come down a few notches so that their friendship could be better with that person.
They're friendship downers.
Insecurity is one of the most deceitful type feelings that anyone could have, because people that are insecure don't have the ability to rationalize their behavior. They just need to get rid of that insecure feeling by any means necessary. They will burn down bridges. They will destroy any sort of walls that need to remain in place. And there's been people that have done that.
You remember when he set the phone on his dick? And we literally had a video angle that he accidentally released as if we were his hate penis. And he's like, Team 7, go, cuckoo clock, Bananarama, check, go, check, all clear. Remember that?
Between me and this moderator throughout the years. And it's not just one, it's multiple people. Now, again, I'm not saying that Teresa Griffith has done that.
And he's like, you guys didn't see that. My bad.
But there's certain things that don't make sense to me. Weeks ago, my moderator, OG Mod, that I've been mentioning, went on a trip with a fellow follower. I don't really know if that trip was from one of my followers or one of Teresa's, but regardless of that, OG Mod went on a trip with an older lady for a spiritual awakening, so to speak. And I believe that Teresa Griffith was somehow involved in this trip. She wasn't there.
Right.
But she had either set it up or endorsed it or whatever, to the point where my moderator and this
Small waving
this
at his
lady,
neighbor.
were in touch with Teresa throughout the trip. Somewhere along the line, things got a little scary on that trip, to the point where both the individuals, OG Mod and the other lady that OG Mod was with, feared for their lives. I don't know the exact details, but what I'm told from my moderator is that Teresa Griffith had some sort of intuition that OG Mod and the other lady, their lives could be in danger. So Teresa relayed that to OG Mod and this other lady, and that caused all sorts of fear and anxiety and other feelings that
She called and she's like, I set this trip up for you. Your life's in danger. Get out of there.
neither of them anticipated to have on this trip, which was supposed to be a spiritual
Ego. Let go of my ego.
a healthy trip, not only for the body but also for the mind. And having this threat of threat for their life was not something that they anticipated to have. Again, I don't know the exact details that followed or why Teresa had told them this information or where Teresa had gotten that information from. But I do know that police reports were filed and that they, both OG Mod and the lady she was with, took it very seriously. After the trip and after everyone was back at home,
They filed a police report because she told them their life was in danger.
So to speak, OG Mod went home and the other lady that she was with went home. There was some...
By the way, OG Mod outed herself on the Trino channel as like Trumpy girl for you or some shit. And then she said that she had all the evidence and she wouldn't stop until she was exposed. Then Phil shuts down the Trino channel.
Bad blood between my moderator, OG Mod, and Teresa Griffith, to the point where my moderator was quite pissed off how that trip ended up developing, and completely lost trust in Teresa Griffith because of how Teresa handled the situation. Again, just so you guys know, I wasn't there and I had nothing to do with this trip at all. I'm going off of what I've been told by OG Mod, and I believe her. I have no reason to not. And she also has recordings and police reports and otherwise to back up the story that she's told me. Because of this bad blood that was created, because of this, what was supposed to be a spiritual trip, OG Mod sort of rebelled, so to speak, against Teresa Griffith and thought that Teresa may not be the person that she thought she was. A little irony here. The only reason I even know Teresa's name is because OG Mod told me about her. I didn't even know who she was. She was just a person doing Facebook live streams.
I think he's mentioned her before, right, in the chat?
Or Treks, as she calls them. And one night when I was asked, are there any truthers that have their own following, or somebody asked me that on a Q&A, I said, I know Jeremy from Patriots Rising has a thing going on. The Mark Poole chat, they do some really good decodes. I think I mentioned somebody else, and then I also mentioned Teresa Griffith, because these channels, those that I just mentioned and others, are branch off channels of my channel, of my following. So what happens is members of my following get together and form their own little micro groups, which is great. I think that's great. It's great for decodes, it's great for communication, it's great for friendship purposes, it's great for all that stuff. So that was the only time I actually ever mentioned Teresa Griffith, and to that point I had never even seen any of Teresa's stuff, not once. I only mentioned her because OG Mod mentioned her to me and said that she's a follower of yours, says nice things about you, and talks about a lot of the stuff that you talk about. I don't know Teresa Griffith to have any intel or any sources or anything like that. I don't know anything about her because I've never watched her show, and
she knows.
I don't know her of that name.
She knows the president of North Korea. She used to play the flute for him, Phil. Jesus Christ.
To be anything in the intel community that I'm aware of. I'm not dissuading anyone to listen to her. If she is someone that you resonate with and it feels like, you feel better when you listen to her, then I have no problem with you listening to her whatsoever. I know that she had posted a couple negative things about me, which were deleted, and then she later apologized for. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. But other than that, I don't know much.
Wore him out. 15 minutes with holding the phone. Wore him out.
About her.
I think you're getting weak, Phil.
Back and forth between OG Mod and Teresa Griffith had led to my moderator losing trust in Teresa and then removing her from my channels on Telegram. I don't know if the removal was justified or not, but for now, we're going to skip over that.
That's kind of fucked up, right? Like, just because one of your mods doesn't personally like the person, they didn't do anything wrong, and then your mods are just like, I don't like that person. That sounds like some shit they do in these other Telegram groups.
I don't know what Teresa did, if anything, outside of this situation with OG Mod to deserve being taken off my channels. I don't know. I don't moderate my channel. I don't know if you guys know that or not. I don't take people off. For every 1,000 people that are taken off of my Telegram channel, I was probably responsible.
By the way, Phil, how come in the course of about an hour today, you lost like 40,000 fucking subscribers to your Telegram channel? Was that just talking about moderation now? I didn't lead in with this. This isn't a gotcha moment, right? This is, how'd you lose all those? That's weird, right? That's kind of, right? He caught me so off guard. I came in my pants twice already. Seems kind of strange that you would just be sitting there in the middle of the day and 40,000 totally real people following your Telegram channel would just disappear. No? It seems strange to me, but maybe that's just me. And no one else would find that strange at all. Who knows?
For 5. So that's 1/2 of 1%. My moderators do the rest. I have trust in my moderators, and I think they do a great job with what they do. We have some disagreements from time to time, in which case, I'll listen to their side of the story, but ultimately I'll make the decision on what happens in the channel. In the case of Teresa, I don't know why she was removed. If she was removed for the sole purpose of this situation with OG Mod, I don't think that was a righteous removal. Regardless, I'll look into that. As you guys know, I have a lot more other shit going on than to worry about why a member was removed from a chat channel. That's just not my thing. That's why I have moderators. That's why I pay my moderators. That's why I have trust in my moderators. So I guess it's a good time to mention, if you come to me to get a ban removed, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. That's why I set up that channel.
Not doing it, guys.
That's it.
Not doing it.
Anyway. OG Mod, when I had the Trino channel set up, OG Mod went into the Trino channel and said that Teresa Griffith.
You were really going to call... So Trino is probably the catchiest name you could have possibly come up with. And you're really so fucking dumb. You're going to call it the Trino channel. God, I hate you.
In a matter of words, anyway, she said that Teresa Griffith is not who everyone thinks she is. She said some other stuff in addition to that, but that was the gist of it. And ever since then, Teresa Griffith has been on a rampage against my moderator. There is, just as of yesterday, there's a photo going around of Teresa Griffith in red shoes, and Teresa says, back then we didn't know about red shoes. I get it, but so far as I know, and I asked my moderator to tell me the truth, because if something else comes out contradictory of this, I'm going to be very upset. I asked her if she had anything to do, OG Mod, had anything to do with the sharing of that photo on social media outlets, and she said absolutely not. She said, I didn't do any of that. Teresa's blaming me for it, for purposes probably because of what had to do with the situation a couple weeks ago. So my moderator has had nothing to do with the ongoing information. I don't want to say disinformation or misinformation, but the ongoing information regarding the sharing of negative information about Teresa Griffith. She hasn't had anything to do with it. I don't want any of my followers to hold that against OG Mod, because she had a moment of weakness where she went to the Trino channel and she said this person's a Trino. She may have been right, she may have been wrong. I don't really know the exact
I don't care if it does sound like Rhino, that's bad.
And exactly how Teresa was involved in any of that, so I can't comment on it. But honestly, it's none of my business. It's none of your business. It's a personal difference between Teresa Griffith and OG Mod and this other lady who was there. It has nothing to do with us. Teresa appears very, very angry that people are talking about her negatively. Well, welcome to my world. And welcome to other truthers' world, too. If you want to get in this business, Teresa, and you want to do this full time, you better thicken up your skin. Because people are going to say negative things about you. People are going to say untrue things about you. People are going to say defamatory things about you. It's how you react to those things which determines how long you'll be here. You could be in and out. You could be a one-hit wonder, so to speak. Because, and let me tell you this, the more popular you get, the worse it gets. It doesn't matter if the things are true that these people say. That makes no difference. What makes a big difference is if you react to it. And if you do react to it, it'll get worse. You could react to it publicly, and it'll get worse. And if it does get worse, you're going to have to react to it legally and take people to court and prove that what they're saying is not only incorrect, but defamatory and illegal. And if you're able to do that, then the world will know that you're telling the truth. That's what I'm doing right now. So those things take time. You don't just get to file a complaint against somebody and then a week or two later it is concluded. When you file a complaint for defamation, it is a long process, very long, and also very expensive. So my advice to you, Teresa, is to buckle up and get ready. If this is what you want, it's not going to be unicorns and rainbows. You really have to have a strong stomach, nerves of steel, and a pretty fat wallet.
Oh, okay.
To take on these.
Wow! Thank God he said wallet. I thought, damn, a pretty fat what?
Terrible people.
Wallets.
And I'm not referring to OG Mod when I say terrible people. I actually think she's telling me the truth. Teresa, I don't know you. I never spoke to you. I mentioned you one time in a live stream. I know that the things that you talk about are similar things that I talk about, but that doesn't therefore assume my loyalty to you. We are one and the same. We talk about similar things. I've been doing this a very long time. I have millions of people that follow me. You're starting out, which is fine. But if you're going to stick around, you need to handle these things much better than this. You can't make a video to me, claiming that it's a message to me and wanting me to do something about your issues. Those are your issues. I have issues too. I have arguably much more serious issues than you and much bigger fish to fry than the fish that you have. So I'm not by any means trying to be condescending or innocuous in any way. I'm just trying to tell you exactly how it is. I don't want to have anything to do with this. You said in your video last night that I would much rather sweep it under the rug. Those were your words. That's true. That's exactly what I would like to do. I don't want to be sitting here doing a 25 minute video on a Sunday morning after I nearly...
Condescending or innocuous. Innocuous means like harmless, not likely to offend. Those are opposite words. You're not trying to be two opposite things.
Had several strokes and multiple heart attacks in the San Francisco 49ers game last night. I would not rather sit here doing a video on a Sunday morning about this monstrosity that we're speaking of. You think it's bad that a couple people are sharing a photo of you wearing red shoes? Well, people call me a pedophile daily, every single day.
Wow.
More and more people that have been doing it lately. Now, I know the truth. My followers know the truth. But the more I
it's just that none of the evidence supports the truth, right?
Get. So it's been a learning experience for me because with the Scranton Times case and the article that I originally sued them over, that was one article that was posted one time. That was a major publication, millions of people saw it, and there's an enormous defamation case there based on the things.
Multiple articles published multiple times.
The article that are untrue.
Even before the most recent one around January 20th about the QAnon realtor sells rabbit holes or whatever, there was the original articles if you just Googled his name.
However, that was posted one time. I have people now that are not only posting thing after thing after thing after thing, but they're getting other people to buy into the defamation, and those people are now sharing defamation thinking that it's true because of the original post, the original poster. In other words, somebody wrote defamation about me 3 years ago. People saw that defamation, even though they knew I was involved in an active lawsuit, and it's still active. We're going to a jury trial this year. So there's no conclusion on whether or not that case is going to be decided in my favor or decided in the other way. If it's decided in my favor, every one of these people that are spreading that article and representing it as truth are now, therefore, by definition, defaming me and are also in legal jeopardy. That's been going on for 3 years. And I'm taking that all the way to the finish line with every single one of those people. All I'm trying to say is, Teresa, you need to handle these situations better than trying to do a video to me to get me to interject in your affairs. I'm not going to side against my moderator.
You're not?
I asked her to tell me the truth, the 100% truth, and not even leave out 10% of what's happened. Because that 10% could come back and make me look like an asshole. So,
no.
That's what she's told me. So I have the full story. I don't know the exact details, obviously, because I wasn't there. But there's no way that I'm going to side against my moderator, who's been a longtime friend and a longtime confidant and a business partner in many different businesses. And I don't advise any of my followers to do that either. I don't think my moderator's done anything wrong. I don't think that she had a moment of weakness where she said some negative things about Teresa, which may or may not have been misplaced. They could have been true things. I don't know. My followers don't know. You can't make a judgment on that. You weren't there. So don't take Teresa's word and don't take my moderator's word. In fact, stay the hell out of it. My moderator is still my moderator. She's still going to be part of my teams in my businesses. Teresa's not my moderator. Teresa's not part of my teams in any of my businesses. I don't watch Teresa's stuff. I am friendly, so to speak, with Teresa because we stand for the same things. I'm not bad-mouthing Teresa, but trying to rope me into this situation is just completely and utterly childish. And I think it's childish on both of their parts, my moderator and Teresa. This is not something I belong in. This has nothing to do with me. If my followers want to start picking sides, go ahead, pick sides. And once you have your side, stay there. Because if you leave my following to go to Teresa's over the moderator thing, don't come back. That's not going to be a thing. How about this? Follow both people and stop talking about it. Because this is nothing more than a distraction when all of these other important things are going on in the world.
You just did a 30-minute video on it, bro.
All we're talking about is Tressie Trek and you know, how this one said this one about shoes and oh, Lord. Who gives a shit? Both of you, it's time to put on your big girl pants and straighten out your issues. How about this? Here's something that I bet you neither of you have ever even thought about. Call each other on the phone and be like, hey. And then the other one could be like, hey. And then sort out your issues. How about that? Talk to each other privately. Why does this have to be one big public thing? It's stupid.
Makes sense. All right, so what I was just talking about, I went and found the stats because all I had was a screenshot of it. I figured I'd go find the actual page. While we're talking about Phil's Telegram where he's posting these things. Let's check this out. So this is from tgstats.com. You can verify these as tgstat.com/channel/@PhilGodlewski with 2 I/stat. This is his channel. I'm going to refresh it. Refresh the page. Phil Godlewski 3.0. It's even got the warning on it. Warning, many users report that this account impersonates a famous person or organization. Now, there's some very interesting things about his Telegram channel, which we've talked about before, including the fact that he claims he has, over 500,000 followers, but only 13% of his followers, because they're probably not real, they're probably bots, 13% read his post. 13%. That's insane. Jesus Christ, 13%. This is horrible engagement. 13%. Sounds like it's a lot of bots there, but you know, whatever. There's also some other interesting things here. Let's see. It's been 2 years, 1 month is the channel's age. It's got 1,600 posts. Engagement of subscribers. So when we're talking about shares and reactions, the engagement, which is a block that's kind of cut off here. Let me get rid of the chat. Boom. The engagement of subscribers right here, over here in the pink, just above my head, 3%. 3%. So only 13% read the channel post. 11% of those read it within 24 hours. 3.3% share or react. For an average number of reactions of 2,000. He claims he has 500,000 followers, 30+ million viewers on his live streams, and he gets 2,000 react. Now, my channel's tiny, right? My channel's so small, it isn't even on the analytics side. Okay? Like, I can't even pull mine up. But if I had 3% engagement, I'd fucking quit. I'd shut it down. 3%. So for if I told 100, if 100 people showed up to watch my show in live, let's say I was on a stage live, 100 people showed up to see my show, and I said, "Hey guys, welcome," and 3 of them clapped, I would shut the motherfucker down. What? 3 people? What are the other 97 people doing? 3%. And then this is very interesting. So we see this trend down. Over the day, he's lost 1,600 followers or subscribers. Over the week, he's lost 46,000 subscribers. And for the month, he's lost over 100,000, 114,587 subscribers from his announcements page. Okay? Now, these numbers will fucking take off again when he buys more bots, right? But if we start looking at this, this goes all the way back to 24 December. So it's like a running month, right? Because today's the 22nd. If we look right here, this says 21 January. I know it's hard to see. Let me zoom in. So see where I'm scrolling and what it says? 5 January, 6, 9 January, 11. All right. So if we go to 21 January, he's got 525,540. He had the same thing the morning of the 22nd of January. I can confirm that, okay? 525,540. The next day, 482,443. In a less than a 24-hour period, because actually at the start of January 22nd, it was still the 500 and some thousand. That is a difference. That is a difference. In one day, you're telling me 43,097 people all left in one day? 43,000 people. And that's more than fucking engage with the post. What made them leave? It wasn't nothing you post, because only 3% of the people post. Ten percent of the people would be 50,000. Okay? What the fuck? Where'd they go? What actually happened is either the bots fucking left, got shut down, Telegram figured out they were bots and killed them, whatever. He probably had more like 3,000. He probably bought 40,000 bots. You always get extra bots, by the way. I don't know if they don't know that which ones work and which ones don't, but when you go to buy bots, apparently, like let's say you buy 5,000 bots, you'll end up getting 5,112 because they don't know which ones are still active, which ones have been shut down, or which ones will get shut down after you place your order. So you always get a few extra when you buy them, apparently. And so I would say he probably bought 40,000 bots, and whoever that bot supplier is got shut down, banned from Telegram, whatever, and all those bots no longer exist, so they can't be subscribers of his. 40,000 fucking people left. Bullshit. Jesus Christ. All right, let's do this. Tracy is kind of like a whiny little bitch. She kind of gets on my nerves. Not as much as Phil, but she still gets on my nerves. I wish she would play us some inspirational flute. Would be nice. Maybe that's what she needs to turn around the perception, her public perception. Some flute, some flautist, flutes. Oh no. When you search Phil Godlewski, he comes up first with his new live stream. But look what comes up second. Patriots Behind the Mic number 67, The Art of Whore, Phil Godlewski exposed. He's probably not happy with that. Phil, go search your name on Rumble. You guys remember when that person ran into him at a bar? And he was like, they had a first-hand account of him talking about how famous he was, buying people drinks, saying, check me out, I'm in George Magazine. I'm in George check me out. Check me out.
The food inside there is designed to last
not.
25 years. And that's because these totes are packed with Mylar sealed survival meals that, yes, you heard that correctly, are designed. The food inside there is designed to last 20.
Tim Pool just happens to be predicting a civil war coming. I think Civil War is going to break out. By the way, I'm a sponsor for Civil War food.
25 years. And that's because these totes are packed with Mylar sealed survival.
We got it. Let's go. Oh my God. Are we going to have technical issues the whole time? Scott McKay's guest canceled today, so Scott dedicated an entire show to Phil. No way. I don't even know how to find him. I think I do. I don't like him either, but we can fucking listen to him talk shit about Phil. Go, baby, go. Load. Load. From 5 hours ago? Yeah, it looks like it. I'll grab my chat in just a second. Hold on. Huh, fucking Johnny over here fucking jonesing. Don't worry, you may get that pat on the head after all. I doubt it, but you may. Just keep suckling from the teat. I'm not mad at nobody. Ryan's fucking in some type of methamphetamine meltdown. If you can't see that, you're as fucking high as he is.
Is waking up, and this is the tipping point. This is the tipping point.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott McKay coming to you live from Colleyville, Texas. We are broadcasting tonight once again from Terra Quantum Recharge, the Bioscalar Wellness Center that we built here in Colleyville, Texas.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he opened up a quantum healing center.
We opened last year, actually, June 17th, we opened to the membership.
No, you didn't. You said he was going through he found Jesus, and it was the miracle of 2024.
Part of the
It doesn't matter if you deleted your fucking videos. I downloaded them. 2024 miracle. When somebody like Ryan finds Jesus, you shouldn't say they're on drugs. You should be part of that and reach out and support them. They found God.
Now, bear with me. I'm just kind of putting things in place here for the radio show and for the live stream, trying to move things out of my way here.
It's weird. Your God's got a 22 gauge needle.
Anyways, that being said, you can see behind me is the Bioscalar's room back there in the back. It's dark right now. We do have some folks there, but I do like to broadcast from here because we always want to pay tribute to this man here. And he is the one who could have the world had they not destroyed him, because he understood.
That's Kim's uncle.
If you want to find those secrets of this universe in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, that is Nikola Tesla. And of course, he plays a very prominent role in the launch of this idea, this quantum physical structure known as Terra Quantum Recharge here in Colleyville, Texas. You can see back behind me, of course, we're sitting in the lobby back there in the back. You'll see Raymond Rife, and you'll see Dr. Sandra Michael, very close friend of mine, traveled with me on 2 tours and a number of events around the country. One of my close buddies, one of my dear friends.
Is his whole desk on a lazy Susan? Is his whole desk on a lazy Susan?
And of course, once I learned about this technology, I knew it was just a matter of time before we actually launched an enterprise.
Yeah, I love it. I'm sorry I couldn't upgrade to your fucking Section 8 apartment.
Such as this here in the Dallas, Texas area where I currently live. Sorry, folks, I'm trying to get everything set up here properly. We're going to have an interesting show tonight. We're going to do a bit of freelance. Unfortunately, a number of you know that I did have Mike Adams scheduled for tonight. What I do want to say is let's all do my Patriot Street Fighter thing here, and I'm going to freelance also setting up my Fisher Price operation here, as most of you are used to.
Look how all of it moves. It's weird that his mic moves too, I guess, is the thing that I was getting at. Like his whole setup's on a fucking lazy Susan or some shit.
And unfortunately, Mike's mother has some type of situation, and he's not able to be here, unfortunately. So we're going to take a 15.
So his guest can't be here. He's supposed to have Mike, somebody.
Second moment of silence, so we can all have a prayer for Mike's mother.
Wait, you're just reading your phone. We can see you blinking.
So we are sending her some good.
That was his prayer.
I'm sure she's going to be fine. I have that general feeling. Welcome to tonight's show. This is the tipping point, the high octane, full throttle truth hammer raining a shitstorm down on every criminal on the planet, i.e., the politicians at all levels and the central bankers, which also include the Rothschild banking cartel, the royal families, the imposters, the German.
Yeah. Bye, man. You better get in line at the methadone clinic. They open first thing in the morning.
The imposters that have occupied the British crown forever. Of course, we've had one of them make an exit, and a number of others are coming. And the bad.
He's not just turning his tripod. The mic moves with it.
And of course, the tip of the triangle in terms of the spiritual arm of this cabal power structure, as well as their criminal banking arm, the City of London. And
whatever he's turning, his mic arm's on as well.
To enrich and protect themselves through very long careers. This platform, the tipping point here, docked on this platform, Revolution Radio, because it gives us a global reach. It gives us a very wide spectrum of audience members at all levels of intellect and discernment. And this is why we are here. This is the uncensored platform, the one that I can survive on, unlike YouTube after 38 channels taken down. We're safe here because they are not controlled by
38 channels at least.
5 minutes of an hour show pretty much today on television, Fox News or whatever. Places where you never.
It used to be so hard to keep up with him, and he said he would never quit making YouTube channels, but he did.
Full truth and nothing but truth. They are actually.
Oh, the Health Ranger. Fuck the Health Ranger.
You, we the people. I donate to this platform or this particular warfare platform that
I thought that guy was. I guess when I just first heard about Mike Adams, the Health Ranger or whatever, I thought maybe he was like a ranger, like an Army Ranger that had like gotten out and started to supplement. Supplements are usually pretty shady businesses. I'm sure there's probably some people that try to do it right, but most of them, it's very unregulated, kind of like the Wild West, and they have a lot of shady characters in them already. And he's just selling bullshit.
I call Revolution Radio. We dock it here for a reason.
Oh, and he's not, I guess the whole point of the story, he wasn't in the military at all. But I thought that's maybe how he got the name. I guess he just wanted to be the health ranger.
Because we say what goes here, we the people. If you'd like to support all the great hosts that are on this platform, you can on the website.
Shut up.
If you scroll down the page, top and bottom, you'll see this thing. And then
this looks like a child made it. A fucking middle schooler in fucking computer class. Mate, what is this?
If you'd like to donate by check, you can do it. The general did when he was still with us. My dad would write a check out to Revolution Radio. In the memo, he put down who his favorite show host was. Not sure who that might be. Wild guess. Could be his son, the Hammer. And he would send a check in. I've sent in checks also to Revolution Radio, where she said I've donated thousands of dollars to Revolution Radio because we need them. I need them, and this is a place, quite honestly, of critical importance in this.
If Johnny doesn't get in line 6 hours before the methadone clinic opens up, he'll be there all day.
Movement and revolution, because
when I used to work at Duke power plant. I was over the steam turbines there, so I had to go in like super early. Like I was the one of the steam turbine foremans, and I had to go super early when we were building the plant. It's the new Asheville plant. You don't know, Asheville used to be coal fire. Now they are cogen, and we put that plant in for them. When I would go over there, it ended up, because it was like an hour and a half drive, I had to have a couple hours to walk down, safety stand down, get the orders from night shift, talk to the fucking project manager, and have a project manager meeting with all the different, like the pipe fitters and the concrete guy. We had all this stupid shit. I had to be there early as fuck. So I ended up coming by the Asheville. I didn't know what this place was until I had a guy riding with me. And there was like every Tuesday, I don't know if they're just open one day a week or that's like their busiest day. Every fucking Tuesday, we would, on the interstate, there was like this road with like two little buildings, or maybe 3 little buildings in it, in like a strip mall. And it would be empty. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, right? It would be completely empty. Then on Tuesdays, the cars would be fucking 2 miles down the goddamn road. And I never knew what the fuck it was. I thought, that's weird. First time I noticed it, I just thought, something's going on there. Second time I noticed it, I'm like, oh, fuck. And then I started putting it together. It's on Tuesdays. And finally, I had a guy riding with me. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is. I've been seeing it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And he's like, that's a fucking methadone clinic, I think. So we got on Google Maps and looked it up, and it was. And this was like at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. They were lined up for at least a mile, maybe longer. There were hundreds of cars lined up, and the place didn't even open till 9. 6 hours. 6 hours in line. And that's what some of the reviews about the place said, about how long you have to stay in line and how long you have to wait. And then the doctor sees you for like 2 minutes and hands you your fucking pills.
Because this is the birthplace of Patriot Street Fighter. There's a way to donate Bitcoin. If you have that, you want to donate that as well. You look around on the site, you can see how to do those things. So that's Revolution Radio. I'm Scott McKay.
Right, this shit was crazy. There's no way I'd be parked in that line. Fucking somebody steal your wheels and shit, drag you out of the car.
Tonight, unfortunately, we had a great guest lined up for a couple of weeks.
They find out you're the only person who hasn't run out this week. Fucking stab you with a shiv and take it. Johnny would be jumping up and down out of trees, watching the police come.
He's one of my favorite people in the movement in the world, and that's Mike Adams. Mike Adams, unfortunately, because of his mother, not on my mind here, folks. There's an evolution through this battle that we are all, and what you have done to this or for this movement is you've passed on information that you've started to discover over the last number of years. Primarily, most people since right around 2020 or before that, number of us before that. I've been at this 30 plus years. So
car was wife's car. Remember? You remember when Johnny's Gobble's fucking car was about to throw a rod? It was going, the engine was running. It was going wham, 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 wham. It was loud as fuck, dude. There was a piston getting ready to come out the side of the fucking block. And he's like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Somebody told me, I think it needs a new battery.
So what's new to me is that people have been waking up to this global satanic power structure that has been destroying the human experience for hundreds and thousands of years. It's amazing what humans can actually adapt to, what we can get used to, this perpetual, perennial, millennial beating that we take in every way. Poverty, disease, starvation.
I heard he's got PTSD, Jim. By the way, Jim, you were here with us in spirit the other day. I don't know if you saw that, but we remember what you did, right? You got Scott his new costume. No. Anyways, I heard he's got PTSD from having to stomp that burglar to death.
You name it, wars, just famine, the whole 9 yards, the entire playbook of this global power who is controlled by, as we know, we're not fighting people, we're fighting powers and principalities. And those powers and principalities, whether they're dimensional or extra dimensional.
Somebody tried to steal a buggy deposit. You know, the quarter you stick in the buggy? They tried to steal a buggy deposit, a quarter. And Eli leapt from the cash register onto the top of a wine rack and ran over there and stomped this dude to death. Literally. It looked like fucking a busted watermelon and hamburger meat when he was done.
They have significant control on the planet of many things, including world leaders, none of who I trust. There's one world leader that we had up till 2020 that I did trust from the day he announced he was going to run for the presidency. He uttered one statement, and it was a statement that I happened to, I'd say, hang the next 4 years on, 5 years actually, from the day he made the announcement till the day he pretty much exited.
Don't forget, Scott 1000% supported Negative 48, had him on for a 6-hour fucking intel reveal where they decoded all this crazy shit in gematria or whatever. And then when Negative 48 went crazy and all these places started calling him out and shit, he's like, I don't endorse that. I don't know. He's just a streamer. Really? You had him on for 6 hours telling people like, you're not going to believe this. This is the new way. This is how you do it. This is how you figure this stuff out, folks. Sabrina girl, tell us again. Decode this, decode that. But then when the shit hit the fan that he was basically holding people hostage in Dallas, Scott McKay's like, I don't know. He doesn't. It seems like maybe he's an all right guy. I don't know really what he talks about.
Presidency of the United States, and that statement that he made that let me know for a fact that the man who we didn't even see coming, the man who was on the horizon that we could not see, made a statement when he pointed to the news cameras and he said they're fake news, called him the enemy of the state, and that's when I lit up like a Christmas tree.
That's a common misconception, Jessa. Actually, what happened was because he was feeling so anxious, he tugged on his testicles, and then another guy passing by said, "Oh, the bat wing," right? He took his ball meat out and made a semi-translucent bat wing. That's what happened. It wasn't Bat Superman. He showed somebody the bat wing.
I thought, Holy Mary, Mother of God, there he is. I never saw him coming. Most of you know my background. You listen to this show or any other Patriot Street Fighter shows to know that I come from the world of elected politics. I walked away after 16 years because I realized the whole machine is corrupt. Half these people are criminals. Virtually every one of them are scum.
There's one where there's this video where the video before Scott McKay was saying, there's no need to go out. There's no need to protest. Don't show up. This is a trap. Don't do that. Sit on your couch. Get out the popcorn. The military has it, folks. Then the very next show, he has a fucking meltdown where he fucking pulls out an AR from underneath his desk. He's like, we're going to the streets, and you're sitting on your fucking couches telling me I need to... Oh, God, it was funny. God, it was funny. And then the one where his Scott McKay... killed the motorcycle, right? Big bad biker, can't pull out on fucking 2% incline. And then there's the one where one of his followers made him a sippy cup. And he's like, it's amazing. They made them his tumbler. It was a sippy cup. It was an adult sippy cup. And he's like, it's so amazing. I have it in my truck and I hardly ever spill anything. And look at this. I can turn it over and nothing comes out. But if I suck on the straw, it comes right out. He didn't realize he had a sippy cup. And the fact that he's 4'11" didn't help any.
Bags. They have sold you out. They started selling you out back in 1871. The political class in this country has sold out. The founding fathers have sold out the American people for their own ends, their own enrichment, the betterment of their lives, while the races on the planet have...
You know he's making fucking bank off this fucking fake-ass healing center, right? Where they set you in a lawn chair and flashlights and play weird music.
Been destroyed in every single way, and every generation that comes up is led to believe that they're good people that are working on our behalf in our favor, but that is not true at all. These people are killers and criminals, and they operate at the highest levels of power in the banking system, in the religious order of the Vatican, the wars. I would even dare say, I think even if Christ dropped his feet on the planet today, he would see good thing. I have much respect to the pastors who are churchized, Methodist type. They're coming from anywhere. If I can swing by, even divert, because
his story about trying to join the military. We covered Scott McKay so much. He couldn't get through a show without mentioning me. He called me a basketball-headed bitch. He's a mommy's basement, like all this dime store douchebag. Bobby socks for some reason, because, of course, this is 1938 at the schoolyard. I bet you wear your sister's Bobby socks, Theodore.
There's many great pastors that are friends of my pastor, Dave Scarlett, a number of them from the Reawakened Americans. These folks are somebody spiritual, retained from through experiences I had to endure. So we know how they dress like each other everywhere on the planet, look like you, same skin color, same whatever. They now are different from you, and so therefore you to be prejudiced against a human being because they're different. I have a few things that I do want to talk about. I will, in fact, as I usually do to my producer.
Yeah, they put out a flyer that had my picture on it. It had a picture of me by myself from the stream. It had a picture. It was actually a picture of this video I did where I took a video that he did with the health ranger, Mike, and I green screened myself into it like I was talking to him. And they took that screenshot of me. Then they found a picture of me, my wife, and my kids from Facebook, and they put it on their flyers as a security risk that if anybody saw me or other Antifa-type disruptors, they were to immediately notify security. And then someone sent it to me.
producer. I always seem to catch him off guard, but he's a professional. I don't always get material to him.
Scooting a big boot.
I kind of think he is like me, where we.
Yes, he is. Sasha, that Dr. Tenpenny. There's like 6 people that went in together to open this Terra Quantum Healing Center, whatever it is.
Operate best under extreme pressure.
It's in Texas.
I like to operate that way, but I just sent him something. I'll have him bring up a movement as of opinions privately. But I'm going to talk about this tonight. Most people know that I have always kept Patriot Street Fighter. Of course, the Tipping Point is included in that because the Tipping Point and Revolution Radio gave birth to Patriot Street Fighter. That happy another one that I'm going to also send over to my amazing director, my amazing producer, and I'm going to make conversation.
I think the only reason that Phil wanted to be on George Magazine is because Scott was there first.
On these 2 particular shots.
Phil has always kind of talked shit about Scott because I think he feels like he's behind him.
Now, obviously for me, we'll bring the other one up in a minute when I give it to you on that one. But this particular magazine, when I was told by Gene Ho, who many of you know, was Trump's photographer for the first campaign, as he now has taken over the role that was once the role of John F. Kennedy Jr. as the editor-in-chief of George, a magazine that he created. I read this magazine, I believe, about every month. Between 96 and 2000, I was on an airplane once a month across the country, every month, without fail. And back then, I was a voracious reader. I read everything. What you're looking at right now, of course, is just before the release of George Online, this epic return, and the flagship article, or the flagship magazine that launched it all, was on the billboard in New York City at Times Square one day before they announced it. So, of course, we'll flip back over to the cover. But the cover itself, obviously, there's President Trump. And there are messages in here, and they're not messages that I will spend time on. There's many messages in this particular
comms.
Of course, you can see Sit Down with Scott, Patriot Street Fighter. Quite honestly, one of the highlights of my entire career in anything that I've ever done. Believe me, I mean, I didn't see this coming. Gene told me about it prior to the launch of the magazine, and I'm not an excitable person. I don't get supercharged up over things that are becoming or emerging in my world. I never have. I mean, I'd be on a national bodybuilding stage, I'd win a title, and after the next day came, I didn't want to see any magazine article.
The national body bit. That's all he's got to fall back. He almost joined the military once. His dad, he calls the general who barely made sergeant, and then he killed him by dragging him to events and giving him COVID. And then instead of taking his treatment seriously about an elderly man with comorbidities who has COVID, he fought his family to try to get him to a Lot Healing Center. Lot Healing Center in Louisiana. Killed his dad. His dad made sergeant, calls him the general. He almost joined the military, and he was a bodybuilder at one time.
I don't see anything. I don't see newspaper articles put up on boards and I pull them down. That's not my personality. I did everything privately because I'm a very private person. I've always tried to keep it that way. I'm not anymore because I can't afford to be. I had to do something very uncomfortable, come out in the open, and
yeah, Scott's girlfriend, Goldie Cox, I think's her name, Goldie Cox on Instagram.
The reason I didn't want to come out in the open during this war is because I learned from
the only thing bigger than her testicles is her Adam's apple.
Very young age. When you step out in the open on any level, accomplishment, sports.
You thought he was wounded in war? He's never fucking served, so no.
Whatever it is, public speaking, you name it, political, campaigns. The attack machine is now enlisted to begin dismantling you for any reason or no good reason. And I never understood the issues, whatever it is. Taking a planet of abundance of it, creating religion, dividing us, wealth in one country, poverty in another, making us hate each other. That gossip, especially gossip, I think there should be dungeons all over the world built for people to gossip because, quite honestly, I don't know of anything more devastating than that.
You remember when he revealed his intel source was alien special forces?
Nothing good comes from it. But
from Australia?
It's the human condition that's been put upon us. So where am I going with this? Who the hell knows? You know how I am. I guess probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up a quick video here, and I want you to see what goes on out there in this world of the movement of people exposing the truth. And for no reason at all, attacks begin. And I've had a number of them from people watching my shows.
I'll look at Phil's page. Thank you, K. Walker.
Imagine me listening to somebody on a video and going in there and attacking them in a comment or making public statements against them. I can't. It's so foreign to me. I couldn't even imagine doing it.
I'm going to have to start showing up at his live streams again. I feel like he's getting too comfortable.
But yet we see this all through the movement. So there was in my Telegram channel a couple years ago, I believe it was right around before we started our first tour in 2021. Out of nowhere, somebody sends me, "Hey, this person is attacking you," and I said, "Who the hell's that? Never heard of them." And if we have that teed up and we can.
Oh, sweet. Oh, no, this is Phil.
Bring that video up and we can play that. I will show you what caught me off guard in this particular manner.
I'm not saying that they're lying or making it up. But what I am saying is I just 100% don't believe it. So I don't know why or where they're getting their intel from. There have been truthers in this movement that
He threatened to sue Scott before, and then it just went away. It just disappeared.
Money from the other side. Alex Jones, Scott McKay, Jordan Sather. And that's what you call controlled opposition. They keep putting up the front of being a patriot, but they're actually cabal.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't work at the Healing Center. He streams there. He streams from there. And he had this big email list about people that were, if they signed up for this email list, they were eligible to win like a free treatment. I don't even think they gave away the free treatment. I think most of it was just getting everybody's email list. The Terra Quantum Recharge is the name of it. And I'm sure it's stupid expensive. Hold on. Terra Quantum Recharge.com. Him and Sasha Stone. I think there's 5 people total that are part of it. A new era of well-being. Oh, what's the other guy's name that talks to the alien? Jason Shurka. He's one. It's in Colleyville Boulevard, Suite 160, Colleyville, Texas. And let's see. It says you must become a member to book a section. So again, I told you guys, I do it and other people do it, including people that are grifters. The subscription service is a decent service if you're trying to build income online or whatever. A lot of people tell you to do a subscription service. So like I have Patreon, right? And you get extra content, blah, blah, blah. Scott, these people know that when people see the price of this or whatever, let's say 1,000 people sign up. They know that probably only 100 or 200 may actually come there for the healing that doesn't fucking work. But they have all 1,000 people paying $10 a month to or $10 fee to join, right? So it's almost like this fear of missing out. I don't know if it's a monthly or if it's one-time fee, but it doesn't matter. It's almost like this fear of missing out, right? You may say, I don't know about that, but I don't want to miss out on it. I better sign up or I won't have a spot in line. And if this does turn out to be true, I won't be able to get in. So the people that were going to come anyways and pay for the full service. Plus they got these fence sinners and fear of missing out people and people that are just hedging their bet to pay $10. It's a money grab on this. You must become a member to book a session. Click on the link below. Pay $10 fee to join. Once you join, you can book your session by the hour, purchase one of our exclusive membership saving plans, or schedule an overnight. So you know it's got to be expensive if there's a savings plan to pay for it. Dr. Sandra Rose Michael, Scott McKay. What's this? Our doctor. Sorry, I'm on. Richard Guerrero from East Stanford University, Palo Alto, California, class of 96, degree in the program of human biology. Parker College of Chiropractic, Dallas, Texas, December 2000. Doctor of Chiropractic, University of Sciences, Arts of Technology, School of Medicine at Montserrat. Functional medicine, neurology, surgery, cardiology, pathology, biochemistry, anatomy, pharmacology, physiology, functional neurology, quantum neurology since 2002. Trained by Dr. George Gonzalez. Functional blood chemistry, trained under Dr. Datus Karazian. Live blood analysis, trained under Dr. Robert Young. Neuroemotional technique, trained under Dr. Scott Walker. Neuromodulation technique, trained under Dr. Leslie Feinberg. New Earth University study of energy enhancement systems with Dr. Sandra Rose Michaels, who is one of the other owners. People a lot of times think that that somebody that's educated can't also be fucking scamming, and then clearly you don't know about the fucking the goddamn pill mill epidemic, or now it's the fucking Suboxone and methadone epidemic. Like, of course they can. Of course they can. They think they deserve a bigger piece of the pie. They'll write fucking prescriptions. They'll fucking push drugs that you don't fucking need. They'll take fucking bonuses and stipends and everything else. Scott McKay. Scott McKay has been a wellness industry entrepreneur for several decades after acquiring his Bachelor's of Science degree from Penn State University in the corporate health and wellness field. After corporate health, by the way. After a successful national-level competitive bodybuilding career, Scott transitioned in the wellness industry with a startup business of private fitness programming in Southern California, and then moving on to develop high-end Pilates-based physical therapy and elite fitness enterprises in Las Vegas. He was like a personal trainer for like a personal trainer company. Then he went into booking appointments for solar panels. Terra Quantum Recharge in Colleyville, Texas is his latest evolution of combating disease and bringing quantum scalar technology to a world now plagued with a few solutions for rapidly growing health problems seen on global level. Vision. Scott is best known around the world for his Patriot Street Fighter podcast that went global after its maiden broadcast in November 2020 and catapulted him to becoming one of the most prominent freedom motivational speakers in the nation. His story of a death, return to life. Oh, God. All I heard was a sucking walrus sound. Experience from a catastrophic crash on his Harley Davidson. God doesn't want him to ride a Harley. He's had 2 crashes where he claims he fucking died in them. 2014, a horrific tragedy that left him paralyzed and broken, nearly beyond repair, homeless, crippled, and penniless 8 months following the incident before mounting on an epic comeback, all without a disability check. Has inspired people all over the world. I don't know what that brag is. Like, he claims he never took a disability check. But he also had a friend that took him in that let him live there for free and paid all his bills. So is that better that your friend fucking did it, or that you could have just got assistance since you were fucking crippled, apparently? Then he claims an alien come and healed him, but that's a different story. It has inspired people all over the world to what is possible with the right mental attitude and unstoppable work ethic. Scott has become a major influence in freedom movement, and now with this endeavor in the health freedom movement by delivering Nikola Tesla's scalar frequency technology. Oh, thank you. Sorry about Scotty. I knew you did it. I called you out. I knew you did it. The one time you said tank top, look at this, the motherfucker wore a wife beater for 3 months. Thank you, Jim. By delivering Nikola Tesla's scalar frequency technology to the world of wellness for all humanity, along with his partners, Dr. Rick Guerrero and wife April. Scott is also the creator and host of the Tipping Point radio show on Revolution Radio, where he fights and advocates for we the people of the world. To book Scott for speaking arrangements, email scott@patriotstreetfighter.com. I might email just to see what his rates are. Sessions. Oh, you have to log in to even see the prices? You have to log in to even see the price. I bet that's where the $10 thing comes in, isn't it? The cheapest sessions start at about $89. So when you go to buy gift cards, the cheapest gift card you can buy is $89, and the most expensive is $2,023. So it's somewhere in between $90 and $2,023. How fucking crazy. Let's see if I can log in with something else on. I don't want to give them any of my actual contact information. Explore plans. Exclusive membership, $10. So you can't even see the prices unless you get the plan. Wait, I just saw it flash for a second. Why is it reloading? Monthly membership package. Daily use during business hours, Monday through Saturday for a month, up to 2 hours, $400. Exclusive promotion for 2023. Daily use during normal business hours, Saturday for a year, Monday through Saturday for a year, up to 2 hours, 2023. And become a member for $10. Where's the $89 plan? Doesn't seem like we have that one, do we? By the way, this combines light and sound and shit and a whole lot of placebo effect. Imagine paying for a fucking month or a year and you go 3 times and nothing fucking happens. Fucking retards.
Taking money from the cabal to tone down their rhetoric and to edit their thought process so that patriots like us that continue to listen to them are being led down the wrong path.
Jim went to buy me a coffee and made a donation.
And yes, I know that for sure about Scott McKay.
Now, what I'm going to say about this is this. You've never heard me publicly retaliate on nonsense like this. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up right now, and I've never brought this up since.
That's a lie. He's come out against, he's publicly said, I don't typically do this, and have a meltdown about me.
This came out in 2021. I don't know who this guy is, never heard of. I'm too busy fighting a war. Of course I do now. And many of you know there is a massive movement in this realm of the podcast world, the truther community, which I can't even stand to hear that term, the truthers, whatever. There's a massive movement happening now in this realm where people are beginning to purge those who do not have the best interest of the country or humanity in mind. And so you would ask me, why would you not counterattack? As most people know, in the beginning of Page 3 Street Fighter, if somebody attacked me, I never attacked anybody. You're not going to find one podcast that I've done, one show, one radio show, not one, where I've attacked, just out of the blue for no reason, attacked the people that are in the podcast world. Now, there is one podcaster that I did basically drop the hammer on, who I have great respect for, and he is a powerhouse, a true powerhouse. Now, you may have different ideas about him and things that you may have heard and things that have been said to me, but I can't prove anything. So all I look at is somebody's got a powerful voice. It was Joe Rogan when he brought up some ivermectin, the mainstream media, the powers that be, dropped a hammer on him, and he backed up and apologized. And I thought that was a completely cowardice move. I was extremely disappointed in this. I brought that up on a show because Joe Rogan's a powerful force in his own right.
Yeah, Joe Rogan doesn't know who the fuck you are, Scott McKay. Shut up.
in anything he's ever done. A huge ball of energy. So I was pissed that a guy with that stature backed up on their bullshit, and it was very disappointing to me. So no disrespect to Joe. I have mad respect for Joe. That moment I didn't. I was pretty pissed. But I don't consider us podcasters in his league. He is at the top of the stratosphere. We're down here somewhere, and I'm way down at the lower end of it. As a podcaster, just doing my best. But I've never publicly attacked another podcaster. Not once. You won't find any evidence anywhere. I have counterpunched viciously, and of course the clowns that come up inside the comment section when we were on YouTube and had all these replies or comments going on, and these knuckleheads would say stupid shit. Of course, you're on my channel platform, you're saying stupid shit. I'm going to pound away, and
there you go.
Because it's going to be relentless and brutal. And why am I like that? Because I have no time for anybody who get. And I said from day one, if you get in my way while I'm fighting this war, I'm going to mow you down. I'm going to bludgeon you. I don't care if you're friend, foe, family.
Everything's military, war, battle related with him. He's got troops and generals and missions and war and firing positions and dug in and trenches and tanks and rocket everything. He wants so bad to fucking have some type of military prestige. He can't drop it.
If we have 8 million kids a year being butchered underground in these satanic rituals by the elites on the planet, by rogue military.
We don't. Did you just hear him? 8 million kids a year being butchered by the Democrats underground.
You name it, killing 8 million kids a year, stealing them, using them for sex slavery, adrenochrome, satanic ritual, ceremonies, all that bullshit, and you're going to get in my way while I'm trying to do my part to stop it. I'm going to run you over. In fact, I'm going to be an asshole and wood chipper, and you're going to come in feet first. That's how I see this. It isn't about Scott McKay. It isn't about the tipping point or Patriot Street Fighter.
An asshole wood chipper.
Stop it. I'm going to run you over. In fact, I'm going to be an asshole and wood chipper, and you're going to come in feet first. That's how ceremonies, all that bullshit, and you're going to get in my way while I'm trying to do my part to stop it. I'm going to run you over. In fact, I'm going to be an asshole and wood chipper, and you're going to come in feet first. That's how I see this. It isn't about Scott McKay, and you're going to get in my way while I'm trying to do my part to stop it. I'm going to run you over. In fact, I'm going to be an asshole and wood chipper, and you're going to come in feet first. That's how I see.
Oh, Asplund. Okay, the tree trimming company. I got you. Anyways, yeah, he does have a military fetish for sure.
It isn't about Scott McKay. It isn't about the tipping point or Patriot Street Fighter. It is.
That's why he gives away Purple Hearts. What a disrespect. The one he could have made a fucking Bronze Star, Silver Star, fucking merit and badges and acorns and clusters and whatever the fuck you want. He picked the one that signifies that you were wounded in actual combat. He stuck his fucking face on it and his logo and started handing it out to other streamers who lost their YouTube channel. What a disrespectful prick.
Why are you getting in my way when I'm trying to show the whole world who the real enemy is? So I dropped the hammer on those people. But I've never participated in what you just saw here. Now, why didn't I have a massive counterpunch on that particular individual? Well, I don't have to. I didn't have to, because what most of you have come to learn that the Patriot Street Fighter Army is massive and it's global. And at the time when Overwatch had started connecting with me and giving me
Overwatch is his alien special forces group from Australia.
High level, operations level intel and intellectual viewpoint of the real battlefield globally, which far exceeds most people I've ever met and talked to. When that information started to come in from Overwatch, one of the things I learned at that point was I needed, number one, to stay focused on the targets that were critical and they were important. But I had a point to make about him and them. I call it him because it's always one that I speak to at a time. But a rabbit just ran out in front of me and I went chasing it. But when that bullshit happened, I can tell you what did happen. What did happen was it did great damage to my operation. Great damage to my operation. It did great damage to my reputation, the momentum of Patriot Street Fighter. And then I had a wave of people based on that video start attacking me and saying all the most outlandish shit that you could ever imagine with no evidence whatsoever. And what most of these people that have attacked me like that do not know is that they may have come awake in the last 3, 4, 5 years. All of a sudden they're very passionate and they just, but
he's been awake for decades.
About not just me, anything else. But they lock onto a particular podcaster or personality and they believe everything they say. What they don't know is not just them, those folks that are part of this nonsense, that are hurting the mission, the movement, the plan, is that the people they're following, they've had no idea what's been going on in this country for decades.
Okay, decades, I know.
Happened to me. So from 1990 to 2006, I became involved in elected politics, and for 16 years of my life, for free, for no money, turning money away even as a campaign manager because I wanted money for the candidate to win. 16 years of my life, outside of the business I was involved in, I gave a significant portion of my life fighting for this country, trying to wake people up to what was happening and why I was so passionate about elected politics, because I was going to get to the United.
When you hear someone quote 8 million missing kids a year, what the statistic they're quoting is first of all, it's inaccurate. It's actually less than that, but it includes every time that someone has reported a kid missing. That means, like, if I'm at the grocery store and lose my kid, and I'm like, oh my God, kid's missing, and they find him, like, just a couple hours away, that means if a parent doing a custody exchange is 30 minutes late and the lawyer told them to call every time and report them as being late, it's technically kidnapping for the custody battle. That means he walks across the parking lot or the playground, and then they find him 10 minutes later. That means they wandered out into the woods. Parents got nervous, called, reported it. They find him later. That means a 17-year-old decides they don't want to live with mom anymore and goes and lives with dad after a fight. They call them and report them. 96% of those cases are cleared up within 24 hours. They're not still missing. Just because they went missing doesn't mean they're still missing at any point in time. Right? Now, are there missing children? Absolutely. Should we try to bring that number to zero? Absolutely. Can we? No. You can't bring crime. You can't bring drugs. You can't bring anything down to zero. right? It's still going to happen. There's evil fucking people and there's accidents and bad things happen. But the way they quote it is entirely disingenuous of what the number actually means.
United States Senate one day, that I knew. I handled myself appropriately. I always had statesman-like language. Everything I did, every decision I made in my life was based on and predicated on the fact that one day I'm going to have to serve in a public position if that's what God so granted me, that I needed to be of a certain stature, professionally, individually.
By the way, everything Scott McKay does, every story he tells. So there's one where he went into politics. There's one where he went into, entrepreneurship. There's one where he went into doing movies. He always talks about how this famous fucking person with some clout, he just dove into it. He didn't know. Scott dives into it, doesn't know what he's doing. This famous, awesome person that really knows about this stuff. It's like, man, you're amazing. You got to stay with this. You could be a Hollywood elite. You could be a super entrepreneur. You could be Grant Cardone. You could be the president. You could be this. You could be. We're going to take you to the top. And Scott always says, no, no, no. I've got to become an independent millionaire first, and then I'll come back and be a movie star or a blockbuster hit or a television star or the president or whatever. It's the same story over and over again. Even the military couldn't wait to have him, but he couldn't take a physical. You know how hard it is to schedule a fucking physical?
And I worked my ass off. And then 2006 rolled around. I realized the machine was corrupt. I walked away knowing that I would never get there because I wouldn't want to be there because the entire machine's corrupt. But I never stopped doing what I did. Right up until 2016, until Trump's election, I made his announcement in 2015. By 2017, people started waking up, looking at the military intelligence, they come alive. So all these people who've been attacking me for the last 3, 4, 5 years, they had no skin in the game all of their life. None. Zero. I've watched all these people all their lives focus on a profession, making money, buying their houses, buying their cars, starting families, doing all the shit they did, trying to get as much Matrix money to show the rest of the
sure.
I was in the Matrix. I never did that.
I've never seen a single show where he didn't talk about a sucking seal. He would come to peace. Then he was alive.
Never. I focused on trying to get there, but I couldn't get there because as a new startup company, I'd lose my passion, my vision, everything would just go away. Why? Because I knew I was wasting my time because there was a bad time coming in this country and the world, and it wasn't going to matter anyways, and I should have been focusing just on that. But over the last number of years...
By the way, when all these grifters start out, if you catch their early shows, they'll say, I'm just an ordinary guy. I didn't know, and I just got up here and I did this, and then you guys show up, and I'm grateful for that. And then as they build an audience, they're like, I knew this was coming. I knew I was made for this. My whole life has been dedicated to this. I was trained by the NSA at CIA summer camp, or I always knew there was a time coming in this country that I'd have to do it. That's why I was never good at anything else. I knew it. But if you go to the earlier shows, they're like, I'm just a guy with a mic. I'm grateful to be here to put out the stuff that I find online. And don't forget my MLM. But then suddenly, after they make it, they're like, I knew that was destined for this. God told me. Hell, even aliens visit Scott. He was afraid to look away. He was facing them ass first up against the wall, and he knew they were in the room, and he was afraid to look at them. They come up from behind him and took him from behind and healed him.
I've watched these podcasters pop up, and I'm not going to name any of their names. Some of you know. I've named one in the past, Sparky. You guys know who Sparky is. Right out of the blue attacking because they have an audience that's come out of nowhere. Huge audience. They must be paid by whoever. All that bullshit. And there's other names I could tell you how they've attacked me, called me a clown, all this bullshit. I don't know these people personally. I get information and word from my audience members who say this person's saying this about you or whatever. And I look at these people, I know who they are, and I'm thinking, there you go. There you go. That's why I say Patriot Street Fighter is the ultimate smoke out operation. On every level, it smokes out. I said, we're going to smoke out everybody in this country. The traitors,
sales about pole smoking operation.
Invested in themselves and not the country or humanity. Watch how they behave. Now, why don't I retaliate? Why don't I counter the bullshit these other people say that are public, that are podcasters, or the people who follow them? Because I have to set an example. I'm not worried about it. The truth will come out. We're all being watched whether you like it or not. Whether you believe it or not, every one of us are being watched, including you watching the show, how you behave. Everybody wants the world to change. Everybody wants this show to be over. Everybody wants to get to that leap, that transcendence to the next realm, the fourth density of spiritual consciousness, to move into the Christ. We all want that, right? And people are complaining that's not happening fast enough. Look how you conduct your life. Are you involved in gossip? Are you involved in lies? Are you involved in judgment? Are you ignoring the homeless? Are you ignoring the sick? Are you publicly humiliating people? Are you making them the butt of your joke when everybody else is around? But you're friends when nobody's around? How do you conduct your life? What are you doing to help this transcend?
That's it.
Because it is the collective consciousness of all things. We're all connected. Read the Law of One if you ever want to get an intellectual beating, trying to figure out the message of the Law of One. We are all one. And that's what Christ meant. When you attack your friend, your neighbor, you're attacking yourself. Because we all come from the same energy source, the same creator. And you are attacking yourself when you attack other people. Or do whatever you do that doesn't reflect the world that we all want to live in. So basically, I'm here calling all of you out too. How do you conduct yourself? And if I have to profess that I've got to be an example for what we need to be like as we move into a new world, move into the realm of Eden, which we have to build. And we have to begin building it before we take down their global satanic machine. We can't wait till the financial system, to the power structure, to all of it is a smoking corpse, and then decide, well, what are we going to do now? How do we build the Garden of Eden? How do we distribute or unleash all the resources they stole from us? And how do we do it? Good luck. How many billions of people die in that process, in that game plan? How many billions, including you, if it all comes down without a replacement system, a replacement idea, a replacement reality? You got to be thinking about that now, because in the quantum physical realm, simply is what makes it happen. If we only have a few people that are thinking this way that I'm describing,
Remember when he flipped out because somebody was making fun of his rings? And he's like, these are biker rings. You can only get them for being in a motorcycle club. This is the rings all the bikers wear in case we get into a rumble.
It's going to take forever. But if we have a billion people on the planet thinking and behaving in the same way that I'm describing here, we will manifest it literally overnight. We are not going anywhere until people look at that man or woman in the mirror and start asking themselves the questions, what can I do to bring in the new world? What can I do? Because however you may behave, do you want that in the new world being perpetuated on you? Right? So many people casting, I forget the biblical verse I shouldn't, but people forget about the thorn in their own eye, yet they're making judgments on others. So here's one that I saw. And the people out there that are audiences that follow complete bullshit or lies or whatever, here's one case in point. So now there is a group of people that are directing a campaign against this individual who you saw, and they're lining up all the fallacies, all the lies, all of it that has been utilized, their claims are utilized to simply make money, lie to people, hurt them, and enrich his own life with all the money that he's been able to make, and some people got hurt in the process. Again, I'm not here to talk about him or that. That'll handle itself. I could have talked about this a long time ago, because when that attack happened to me in 2021 by this person, and it damaged my operation, I didn't threaten a suit for defamation. I could have easily, and it could have easily been an easy case, open and shut, but I didn't. Why? I'm not here for that. That's not what I want to get bogged down. Why didn't I sue Rachel Maddow for defamation? Easy case. It would be a battle and years of my money and time and take me off the track of this war. Why didn't I publicly beat the living shit out of Alan Dershowitz, who we now all know has been on the Epstein flight logs at least 11 times, and accusations that he's been doing things inappropriately? Why didn't I launch that vicious Patriot Street Fighter style attack? I didn't need to on any of these people. Why? Because the first one, within 15 minutes, my audience, you know what? You have a better chance of surviving walking up and sticking your head into a crocodile's mouth and letting them clamp down on you, surviving that than surviving the Patriot Street Fighter Piranha Army. Because when you launch into me, they will tear you to pieces, and that's what happened back in 2021. They went right down the rabbit hole, pulled up documents, pulled up documents from the press, and showed this is the background of this person. I didn't say a word. I didn't have to. Now, I might bring this up to pile on, no, but things need answered. They need answers. And I want you to understand, was that hard for me to sit back and take that bullshit? Of course it was. Because I'm going out on the road now. I was pulled out of a grave in 2014. I was paralyzed. I have enough to build bicycles. Here we go. Upright, let alone walking again. Yet I made an epic 5-year comeback with no disability check, went through a grotesque existence of unleashing an enormous amount of pain on my body.
5-year comeback's not that impressive. Come on.
To get this thing to work again so I could have a life again. Zero disability check. I didn't want that in my head. I'm eating eggshells for years. I make this epic comeback. 5 years later, I'm walking, working, I'm riding again. My goals are accomplished. 2.5 months after riding again, I get taken out downtown Dallas in a high-speed hit and run by a pickup truck through a major intersection, hits me all over again. All the metal in my body, flying 5 lanes across traffic, head for a curb head first. No, I'm probably not going to survive this one. A felony hit and run, which nobody's ever done anything about it, even though it's on cameras downtown. So
oh my God. A felony too?
The next 2.5 years, after they had to reconstruct my foot, instead of putting metal on the outside of my bones, they now started going inside. If you saw what the inside of my skeleton looks like, believe me, like, holy shit. How do you even live through that? Let alone how the hell can you walk? Every doctor or surgeon who's seen those, they're like, holy shit. How could you live through that? How the hell do you even walk? The answer is Christ consciousness. So I make a second comeback. We go on tour in 2021. I'm nearly going to lose my leg. I've been in the hospital for a major infection that ran through my foot, clear up through my leg from a surgery they did to rebuild that 2 months after the fact.
Good Lord.
So here I am fighting to keep my leg. I go on tour under the threat that I could lose my leg, but I'm not going to have more antibiotics pounded into me, and I'm not going to deal with that bullshit anymore. So I use MMS chlorine dioxide. It's either that's going to kill it all, or I'm going to lose the leg. But we're going on tour because we're going to save the country. So after all those sacrifices, now I got to put up with this bullshit, and a whole slew of people around this nation believing that I've been taking paychecks from whoever the cabal is. I haven't seen a cabal bank or a check that says cabal on it, any of that bullshit. And if you assholes are out there and you owe me a check, how come you never at least offer to send it to me? You scumbags. Because I've had a multi-$100,000 check that I burned in a kitchen sink and videotaped it. So your check's probably not even going to make it to the door. Some of us don't have a price tag. On top of that, I spend 80% of my money funding this operation. I don't ask for donations. Donations don't fund it, nor do sponsors. I hear somebody saying, yeah, the guy, they bought him a bus, bought him a ranch, all this bullshit, bought him a bike. Nobody bought me shit. I bought those, and some before this whole war started. So I've got to listen to all this nonsense. Why am I telling you all this? Because I want you to understand what I've been on the receiving end of, and I want you to remember how I conducted myself. I get caught up fighting the wrong enemy. I didn't launch counterattacks on other podcasters or people saying this stupid shit. Why? It's irrelevant. We are moving now into the age of Aquarius, which started on the 20th of January. We are moving into a new realm of consciousness. The Christ consciousness is on the rise. All truths are going to be known. Everybody's going to be known for what their motivations are. Everybody, all of us. So all those people that make all those attacks, fighting each other podcasters, they don't deserve to be listened to. They don't deserve to be part of this movement.
Yeah.
I said this from stages all
They don't even deserve it.
Podcasters, you attack other podcasters.
Didn't you even attack me, Scott?
You want to help us get to the new realm of life? Stop watching them. Shut them off. Shut down everything about them, just like Operation Tomahawk shut down cash flow to these killer companies, consumer products companies. Stop supporting it. Stop supporting it. So now that this stuff has all started exposing this individual, my name came up in the podcast. So I called the guy. I'm like, hey, keep my name out of this bullshit. I'm not getting involved in that. Well, whoever the microphone picked it up.
Oh yeah, what was this? Even somebody mentioned this, called in and said, what show was that on? It was Nick and somebody else, wasn't it?
So what did it become? What it became was what I saw right here. And this was screen captured and sent to me. And here's a person who is a follower of this individual. And notice how I don't even say names. And here's what it says. Dustin Nemos is still a thing. He's Dusty. Whatever. Again, another individual who's attacked me multiple times. And then it says Jason, Chaz, and Scott McKay all recanted and apologized publicly and took down their defamation posts or vids. What does Nick have left? A few deranged minors? Well, first of all, I haven't public anything. I have nobody to apologize to here. I made no public statement or public apology, but yet this knucklehead, who is a follower.
Oh yeah, you did. Then call him out, motherfucker. You're all about bringing the thunder, bringing the pain, bringing everything. Let's see it. I'm not even going to say any names here, okay? I've got nothing to apologize for. I don't even say names.
When people hear shit, they blow it up and they send it out there. So there you go. I made no public apology to anybody about any of this stuff that's happening right now because it truly has nothing to do with my operation. So then here's what I heard, or what I started to see come out. Because I don't have time to look at any of this stuff. I don't have time to watch any podcasters' videos anymore. People can see I drop stuff in Telegram all across social media. They may respond to me. I never answer why. I don't have time. I'm too busy out there in the world building an army of active Patriot Street fighters to get on the battlefield, tactical civic style, Operation Tomahawk, helping them understand their power. I walked away from the media analysis 3 years ago, coming up this year, by June this year, 3 years. And I'm being accused of that guy always making predictions and telling us stuff that never happens and is never.
Yeah, it ought to be like he can't even get upset about this because he's in the healing center, right?
True. Again, more bullshit, because I'm not even in that space anymore. I don't operate in that space, daily analysis. And then when I don't make a comment, whether it's Gaza, Israel, or whatever just happened, people will say, you need to make a public statement on this. I don't need to do shit, because I don't care about that anymore. There's enough people out there that are brilliant at doing their own analysis, decoding, putting information out, way better than me. You know what gap is being filled? Building an army of people to actually start doing something, because I don't care how much you know. If we don't have people standing up, rising up, you're going to lose. We're going to lose. We cannot overcome this unless people get active in this fight in some way. So I just...
Yeah, and he was, like, Phil has mentioned him several times that he was going to sue him. He dropped it after he said that, I'm pretty sure Phil said at one time that he reached out to him. Or at least that I was under the impression he reached out to him. Maybe that's not right. There's the post. It says, Dustin Nemo is still a thing. He's Dusty. Jason, Chaz, and Scott McKay all recanted and apologized publicly and took down their defamation posts or vids. What does Nick have left? A few deranged minions? And Phil said, pretty much. Phil says, also a big shout out to Scott McKay for his verbal disparagement and vocal separation from the defamers. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you, Scott. I'm told Erica's Rumble account was removed. We've located Erica. What happened to the Charlie Ward show? Wasn't that a thing? Oh, here it is. Funny story here. The dude in red, 12,000 followers, had Nick Alvear on a show last night before continuing their defamation of me. In video clip number 1, Alvear mentions Scott McKay laughing their asses off at Phil. In video 2, Bobby gets excited to receive a guest call-in from none other than Scott McKay. You can hear McKay cursing out Bobby to leave his name out of it. Video clip 3, this half-wit wannabe YouTuber forgets to mute his mic on the exit video and can be heard throwing Alvear under the bus for mentioning McKay's name. Scott was nothing to do. Let's watch these. I have to download them, but he's got them in such a weird fucking format, too. That's why we didn't watch them last time, I think.
Last time, we'll try and do it right this time. What? We got a guest caller here? Hang on. Scott McKay calling in.
In the wrong order, it appears.
Yeah, calling in. Okay, put it to, what do you think?
Something shut, motherfucker.
What do you say? I couldn't hear him. It was a bad connection. All right. We got to go. We got to play the video, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Okay, there's one. Seems like out of order, but here's 2.
And also, props to Scott McKay, who's a motherfucking badass, man. That guy, I just gotta say, man, Bobby, me, and Scott McKay have been laughing our asses off. It's been therapy every night this week, literally laughing our asses off, making fun of this.
Would he make that claim if he hadn't talked to Scott McKay? I mean, maybe it was supposed to be private and Scott was laughing about Phil, but would he make that claim if he hadn't even talked to him?
Phil, we're changing the energy because look, there's a lot to be angry about with this guy, and it can ruin your day. But if you could change that and make fun of him and bring him down at the same time, then you're on a good.
Here's the last one.
He said your name. I thought there was something else I missed, and so I made a mistake. That's the only answer.
Mike. Weird. Let's see. Phil, whatever happened with your lawsuit with Scott McKay? Phil says, I pumped the brakes on Scott. Bigger fish to fry. I've not ruled it out. I have 1 year from the date of the defamation to file lawsuit. Look, my audience knows the truth. That's how smart people are. They can see directly through someone and the lies, scams they are trying to sell you, all under the flag of Patriot street fighting. Want some truth about McKay? Take a look at these facts. Scott's audience has drastically shrunk since his breakout in 2021. Shortly after the election fraud, his viewership has severely declined, and his businesses are likewise declining. My audience had grown astronomically in the same 2 years when I averaged tens of thousands of registered views early of 2021 when McKay was pushing 1 million views. And now in 2023, my viewership has surpassed any viewership that McKay has ever had. The audience has transitioned to me and away from Patriot Street Fighter. And Scott's little rant above about a convicted pedophile and bank fraudster is one of the main reasons why. Check out the photos below for proof of what I just said. So let's see. Where's the clip above? Oh, here's the email. Hello, Mr. McKay. Effective immediately, I'm officially requesting that any and all reference to me, my brand, my character, my likeness be removed from all of your platforms at once. This includes, but is not limited to, Telegram, Rumble, PatriotStreetFighter.com, Instagram, Facebook, video chats, or otherwise. I have included a reference video attached to this email as basis of an eventual federal defamation and slander lawsuit against you. I'm formally requesting $100,000, which will be followed up with a certified main from my attorneys who are CC'd to this email for damages which your false claims have already caused me, my family, and my brand. Should you not be willing to settle this matter for the monetary damage listed above, I will then file a multi-million-dollar lawsuit as referenced above within the next 30 days. This will include you as well, Patriot Street Fighter brand. I take all these matters very seriously, and I will not condone your words and actions against me. We will give you 24 hours to reply to this email. Otherwise, certified mail will follow. Jeez. Assuming this Patriot pays $100,000, I will donate it all to charity of my follower's choice. Assuming he does not, I'm taking him to federal court. This type of behavior will not be tolerated. If you want to be a podcaster, I think they told him he probably didn't have much of a case. Or they're like, God, you're still fucking suing people?
Conflict that's going on between us based on religion. We got to get over the conflicts of these people that think that they have to be right in this podcast journalism explosion that's going after this cabal. I'm disenchanted when I see the people that are fighting amongst themselves. I just want to say, my friends, what in that fork is wrong with you people? Obviously, your egos are in the way because you're attacking others. People say, yeah, Scott, you've been attacking this Phil Goodlewski guy. You're damn right I'm attacking this clown, this dipshit.
Wait, no. You just said you were above this, bigger fish to fry. You had to concentrate. God brought you here for this country, and you never attacked. Well, I thought you said you're goddamn right I'm attacking this clown.
Egos are in the way because
it does. The reason it seems like a soap opera and they're at each other's throat is there's a limited amount of money, and they want the money that the other person has too.
You're attacking others. People say, yeah, Scott, you've been attacking this Phil Goodlewski guy. You're damn right I'm attacking this clown. This dipshit's telling the world that I took money from the cabal and that I'm disinformation, whatever he says, that I'm being paid to edit my message down, to water it down, whatever. I'm like, well, talk about making a liar out of yourself, because every time I light up a camera or microphone, what am I doing? Beating the living shit out of these scumbags while this clown's making up lies and selling people on it for money. Again, the definition of grifter is this clown. If you hadn't seen some of the stuff he just said in the last week about his mission to save the world as a special operations guy in his past, well, guess what? My audience, my army, our army, the Patriot Street Fighters, smoked him out. He's attacking me, find out he's a convicted pedophile and bank fraudster. Am I going to attack a guy? No, but I will counterattack viciously, because as he said before, anybody that gets in my way of fighting this war, I've already taken too many risks, and I've already paid a massive price personally to fight this war. If some dipshit shows up and starts spreading bullshit like that, I'm going to rain a shitstorm down on him and smoke his ass out or her ass out until the world can see what a scumbag, lying clown they are, and they're obviously driven by ego or insanity. This war doesn't have the time because the enemy's now on the ropes and we have to finish them off. So it's smart to don't interfere with me. Hey, if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, and I've had really cool people from my audience reach out to me, send me a respectful email, and tell me where I'm wrong. You can ask them. I can't even tell you who they are, but you can ask them. There are emails that exist in this world where I come back and say, you know what, I really appreciate you letting me know that I need to correct that.
Yeah, they went to pole smoke him out and they could taste it on him.
Record, I had no idea. Thanks for letting me know. That's what they get. They come to me with respect. They get twice as much. You come to me with disrespect, you're going to get a damn sledgehammer right to your forehead, metaphorically, of course, for you MTP shills and trolls and mainstream media Democrats who say that I promote violence.
say that I promote violence. You literally call for violence.
Spent nearly 3 years building an army that wants to do something, that wants to contribute and push back. So all this bullshit that comes out, that's all it is. It's nonstop bullshit. So of course, George Magazine comes up in my purview. Why does it? Because they recently re-released an article that they did on me from the very first one. This other individual who is now being, exposed by these people. Now again, all these things turn. I don't know. I saw one of the videos part of another, and they're actually showing live footage of this person. Things they said, court cases, documents show. Again, it has no relevance on me and what I do. But I have to address it when my name's dragged into this bullshit, and the nonsense starts, which is not true. If I don't put an end to it, people continue to believe this nonsense about me or my operation. That has no bearing on what I'm doing in my life and what I'm doing for the country and Patriot Street Fighter. So George Magazine comes up. Somebody sends this to me because this individual was in an article of George Magazine. So now George is taking a hit.
What's up, Crooked Creek?
Now gone or whatever. And there was a poll that came out. 98% of people said, yeah, this hurt their credibility. Now those 98%ers, let me talk to you directly and distinctly. Let me talk to you for a minute on this quote-unquote poll on George being credible. First of all, you are so deep into Matrix mindset, you can't even see it. You can't even see it.
So there is a poll. I thought I saw Shaq share it, but was it Shaq's? And it says, does appearing on George Magazine make you more or less credible? I don't know if I can find it. If you're not searching for a person on Twitter, it's really hard to find. Like if you're searching for words in a post, it's really hard to fucking find. But I remember Shaq shared it. They may have even made it, and it was almost all was less credible. Let's see. Are we still here? No, back. Let me see if I can find it. I think I even voted in it when I saw it pop up. Yeah, I hate searching on Twitter for like a word in a post. It's almost impossible. Here it is. Oh, it was the Phil Godlewski parody channel, right? And it has over 300 votes, or over 200 votes. And it says it was Phil Godlewski parody channel replying to George Magazine. Does having me on their magazine give George more or less credibility? And almost everybody voted less. 93% voted less. Jesus. And then they got a poll at their own They got their own poll at their own magazine. George Magazine posted, do the recent Iowa caucus, blah, 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 supporting Republicans, looking for the general election. So they have a poll question there, but it has nothing to do with the credibility. You like to answer questions, and you are Wayne Willett's friend, a.k.a. 1-0 grifting, asking for a friend. Does a bear shit in the woods and wipe his ass with a rabbit? Oh, shit. And then Good on TV calls out Gene Ho. Why are you skimping out on the necessary research and vetting? You're just trying to bring numbers. Had you know he bought them all, and bots don't buy magazines, you could have had a chance with the magazine. They should have done at least some research, and they need a retraction now that he's admitted he lied about his entire background in court under oath.
So what is mainstream media? One narrative, over and over, and force that
What's up, Chad?
No counterpoints, no anything. What is true journalism? What is journalism? Journalism is talking about anything and everything. That's journalism. That's what George does. What you people want to do is apply your Matrix mindset to a publication that
Matrix mindset, got it.
And I can tell you for a fact, back then, they'll interview anybody because their job is to simply put out information of what's happening in the world of America. That's it. You want people to think for you. You want people to tell you who's good and who's bad. You want people to tell you.
Even Scott says they'll interview anybody.
How you should think about X, Y, Z. That's what you want, you 98%ers.
Sometimes. So it depends on what deal you had. Like we were showing Phil losing 40-some thousand followers one day. He probably either bought those and they either expired, like he had to re-up, like it was like you pay so often, a recurring fee, or more likely it was that whatever company made those bots either shut down the servers and they disappeared, or Telegram figured out they were bots and banned all of them from the same server, same IP address, same company, same whatever.
That's what
you'll see on YouTube. I don't buy bots, but YouTube bots come into chat to like drop links and shit like that, right? You'll see on YouTube with as small a channel as I've got, like one day they'll just be like 35 subscribers gone. And I know I didn't piss a bunch of people off. YouTube actually found out these accounts are probably bots that say like fucking Asian bitches now at this link and deleted them all.
What you want. Because now, JFK Jr. said back then, if he could get an interview with the
and it's bigger for bigger channels.
If he could have gotten one, he would have. It would have been in George Magazine. How dare he interview a communist? Well, let me ask you a question. What if that mindset remained prevalent on the planet when Donald Trump emerged? What if? What if there was no alternative media podcast world that could learn what the world didn't know about Donald Trump? The magnificence with which he displays toward people in his personal everyday life.
Everything I've learned, I've just Googled and talked to other people. I do know some YouTubers that are big now that I talk to on occasion. Back, I don't know, 5-6 years ago when they were starting, they basically told me that everybody bought bots. You just kind of had to fake it till you make it, and eventually you'll get there. But I don't think that's the same now. Maybe I'm wrong, at least on YouTube. It probably is on newer platforms or unregulated platforms like Telegram or TikTok or whatever. But if YouTube catches you buying bots, now that it's an automatic ban, your channel's just gone.
Life, and that he always has. Outside of the buzzsaw attack machine that Donald Trump is, and the massive disrespect that he shows all Republican candidates because they're scumbags. Back in that 2016-2020 election cycle, these people are scumbags. You got to remember, they've been part of this architecture for years. And look at the country. They're the ones that are setting public policy. We're fighting against what's coming at us, and they've let it happen for generations. Donald Trump has no respect for them, and he's delivering body blows to get your attention, to show you who these bastards are. That's all you see. That's all the world would see if it was the soul he is. You see him hugging a flag. You see him city blacks. All the amazing things that the people, even you, me, we're not going to make any progress. I have my own mind, my own thoughts. A very prominent individual in this movement on a phone call told me that's a bunch of bullshit, and he just kept laying it out. And he's a high-profile man in this movement. And I have a reason to have a discussion about him as well, but I don't. There's a reason for it. It doesn't belong in the open public. But I don't give a shit what he thinks or what he says to me. I don't care what his stature is in society, in business, in the military. He's laying it out. And he's a high-profile man in this movement. My own thoughts. A very prominent, esteemed people say it's all bullshit, whatever. We're not going to make any progress. Most of you people fall in the Q operation, the Q intelligence, and I know very, esteemed people say it's all bullshit, whatever. I don't give a shit what they say. I have my own mind, my own thoughts.
So very esteemed people say it's all bullshit. He doesn't care.
A very prominent individual in this movement on a phone call told me that's a bunch of bullshit, and he just kept laying it out. And he's a high-profile man in this movement. And I have a reason to have a discussion about him as well, but I don't. There's a reason for it. It doesn't belong in the open public. But I don't give a shit what he thinks or what he says to me. I don't care what his stature is in society, in business, in the military. I don't care about any of that. You know what?
In society, do you think it was General Flynn? General Flynn's known to call it bullshit now, even though he fucking played up to it for years.
I have my own brain. I've been doing my own research for decades. This is year number 34 since my mission started. 34 years. Imagine how tough it is for me to listen to this bullshit from people who finally just woke up. Podcasters who just turned on a podcast. Why? Because it's now the celebrity world. That's a celebrity world. Where have you been? There is a light and a celebrity stature in the podcast world, obviously. And people are making money. And by the way, you people that are attacking these other people for making money, how dare you? How dare you? Why don't you attack the mainstream media? Why don't you be writing letters and emails to these bastards and attacking them because they're making money, putting out information media, and then podcasts?
Because the mainstream media is not telling you that if you don't send all their money to them for a overpriced silver and gold, that you'll be broke and penniless and destitute, and the only way to survive it is to send them all your money.
Just come along, try to help save the country and the world, humanity.
And by the way, people do call out. I mean, even fucking people like Glenn Beck and people get called out for their fucking sponsorships and their gold codes and their shit too.
And because they have ways to monetize their platforms, you observers are going to attack them? Are you shitting me? What have you done in your life for free? I bet you don't do shit without a paycheck. You don't go to work. You don't do extra work for the company. People maybe around your house will do things, or maybe neighbors occasionally, but most of you people won't do shit without a paycheck. I've done this stuff for decades for zero paycheck. None. Zero. At my own expense.
Decades.
So I don't do that nonsense either. Podcasters are making money. Really.
He hasn't done shit for decades, right? He got this Revolution Radio thing, which was fucking like nothing. He had a buddy that had a show there. He's like, hey, can I have a show? And they're like, sure. And hardly nobody fucking watched it. Then he comes out in November of 2022. November of 2020. I'm sorry, November of 2020. And where's the decades?
How do you think they feed their families when they spend all their time trying to wake up knuckleheads like you people? Somebody's got to pay the bills. Now, there are other people in the movement, again, that take it overboard. That's their primary focus. Again, there's challenges.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, to me, I'm a pretty skeptical. Maybe these people are just gold. I'm a pretty skeptical person. So if I believed it with all my heart, you might get me once, maybe even twice. Like, okay, it's supposed to happen in January. Okay, it's supposed to happen in January. If I believed it, like fucking hardcore believed it, and then they're like, oh, I didn't happen in January. It's supposed to happen in February. You might even give me in February. When you come back to me in March, I'm going to be like, fuck you. Kick rocks, motherfucker. Like, you already told me twice? Well, you expect me to keep believing you?
Just through everything in life. But at the end of the day, irresponsibility is to you. You all want to trust the plan. Let me ask you this. I've been saying this for 3 years. It's what they told us. You need to think for yourself. You need to trust yourself. You need to do your own research. Because too many of you people out there.
Do your own research is that fucking, it's bullshit, right? They want you to do your own research, but any sources that don't agree with what they're telling you, they'll tell you those are cabal. They have the perfect out for everything. Oh, this guy doesn't believe it? Oh, it's misinformation. He really does. Oh, this guy said something different. He's not allowed to say the truth. Oh, this person did something. That's the cabal. Oh, this person did that. That's misinformation. Oh, this person, like they have the excuse for everything. Oh, someone did agree with it. Yeah, because it's right. Oh, I told you.
are still sheep and lemmings. You have to have somebody else tell you what to think. You have to have somebody else tell you what podcasters to listen to. I don't tell you who to listen to. I tell you who not to listen to. Anybody attacking other podcasters who are doing the best they can with the tools they have. If another podcaster attacks them, shut them off. If I do it, shut me off. Because that serves nobody, serves nothing except an ego. Those attacks only serve an ego, trying to fill a gap of some insecurity or self-esteem issue that came from.
By the way, Phil fucked up the other day. They went back and deleted him from his chat. But Phil fucked up the other day talking about how he only goes on select few people's podcasts. And there's a very specific wink, wink reason he goes on these people's podcasts and doesn't do other people's podcasts, although millions of people want to have him on. And then his chat's like, oh, we're supposed to go watch Cold Beer now? That's a person you went on his podcast, right? We're supposed to go watch him now? They deleted them all.
From mommy or daddy or whoever else, wherever it came from. Like I tell you, all these hits that I've taken, that shit bounces off me like Teflon. All I look at it is...
If they would admit that all the research exists, I mean, like Real Raw News, then every other legitimate news site in the world, that'd be one thing, right? And you take a piece from all of them, you kind of make it, you make your own choice. The same way as you might read an article from a right-leaning news source and a left-leaning news source and kind of believe the truth somewhere in between. They have these very niche websites that claim this bullshit, then every other website in the world either doesn't have it or calls it bullshit. And like, oh, it must be the one that agrees with us.
What's this clown doing for the country or for the children? Nothing. If you have time to watch everything that everybody's doing and time to cast opinions and stones on other people, you're worthless to the world, to the movement. You're worthless to the kids that are being butchered right now, screaming their heads off while they're being gutted by a priest right now.
He's very graphic. The kids that are being gutted and butchered right now, cutting their heads off by a priest.
Underground of Vatican right now. That's what you're doing. That's the value you find in yourself.
Underground.
While other people are trying to stop this, that's your contribution. When I saw this nonsense come up on George Magazine, I'm like, are you kidding me? Let me tell you something. All you people out there, I'm gonna put out one piece of information that came from the military intelligence back channel drops it, and if you read. You will see what you want to see. You will gravitate toward what you are. The only thing I will say about the choices that George makes.
It's very interesting that they always want to quote the backdrop Q post, right? Q drops. But they always leave out the one that says no outside comms. This would be the only place that has comms.
Learn to read our comms.
Here.
Learn to read our comms. They told us that from the very beginning when they started dropping this unbelievable information. So I'm going to say it again. Learn to read our comms. And I will tell you this. George Online. These people know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it. They know exactly what they're doing. Think about that for just a minute. Think about it. You think they're stupid. Many people think this magazine has some prominence in the return of a certain individual. Don't ask me because I do not know. I have no clue. I have my beliefs, but they're not relevant. Your beliefs of what you believe are relevant to you. Mine.
He already told us he was alive when you had negative 38 on that Junior was alive.
They're personal, they're mine. So those of you who have been running around for the last number of years saying, we're going to see the return of somebody. And now, the reemergence of an amazing publication that I believe has a specific role in the awakening of humanity. But now because they featured somebody as a story, that now you question their judgment. You need to start using this. You need to understand. You need to trade out your lenses. We're going to take a break. I'm coming back. I'm just getting started. This isn't over. Ladies and gentlemen, we're...
All right, guys. I got to go. It's getting late. I know there's more to go. We are, no matter what, I know I might be late. I got a bunch of work to do. I'm way behind on stuff. No matter what, we're doing a Patreon show tomorrow. So don't expect like a regular show if you're not a member of Patreon. If you want to join Patreon, you're more than welcome. But I've got to make up some of these Patreon shows for the people who pay for extra content. So no matter what, we're doing a Patreon show tomorrow. If you want to be part of that, go to patreon.com/coldbeer. You can sign up for as little as $2 and get the show tomorrow. The last thing I want to read is this. Phil Godlewski parody account says he signed an NDA. Thanks for sticking to it, ECW. And Elaine Wassi says, that's pretty funny. Ezra Cohen took time to respond in regards to Phil Godlewski. And it says, it's Erica, and it says, Ezra Cohen wanted to bring it to your attention that Phil Godlewski tells thousands of followers, this from last year, that you were his roommate, along with advising them to follow his fake Telegram account. I report it. And he says, I don't know who that is or why it is relevant. Never had a roommate named Phil. And this is Phil's #1 source. So there you go. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Sign up for Patreon if you want to join. I think you can sign up for as little as $2 and get tomorrow's show. You won't get all the shows. They're like different levels for like more shows, but you'll get the Tuesday show. That's patreon.com/coldbeer, and we'll see you about the next one. Thank you for the donations and support, contributions to the show. That's how it keeps going, and we will see everybody tomorrow, or at least the patrons tomorrow. If I've got enough time, I'll do like a pre-show and hang out, then do Patreon. But if I don't, I'm just going straight to Patreon. Thank you guys. Have a good night. See you on the next one.
But I can tell you this about if this douchebag happens to see this particular show,
Thank you, Byran.
fork and balls to call out the people on this planet by name and tell them exactly who they are and tell them the rest of the world who they are. You don't have the fork and balls. You don't have the balls.
Okay, Scott.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Listen off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet. Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
And they say that I'm a lunatic. Well, listen, bitch, I came equipped with a quick wit and a 6th sense for the stupid shit. Where my true believers? Y'all need Jesus. Praise the Lord, head to the extreme. All these false fucking prophets who profit off of gossip. Worshipping drums, cocking, begging for a throat deposit. Swinging fuck.
My chat, the thing that my program that puts all chat together doesn't do all emotes. Like it does Dr. J's emotes, like these dancing emotes or like Atsuko's. But the ones like Q Idiot posts, this is what I see.
What's next? Trump and his rest.
Face, fuchsia, tongue out. Face, fuchsia, tongue out. Face, fuchsia, tongue out. I'm gonna always go and try to see what they are
Superpowers
from the description.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't
Maybe you're a douchebag, Atsuko. What are you talking about over there?
shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen none yet.
I used to find clues too when I was high on shit.
Everybody pray that Ryan goes to his dealer tonight and gets some more. And then we'll have some good videos tomorrow of him melting the fuck down.
An orbit strapped to an F-16. High on amphetamine with Trump in between. Put on a light coat of baby oil and saluted the troops. He tapped me on the shoulder and said, "This is gonna be it."
Whoa, wait. Stop. What? I'll get my files. Wait, what are you doing? Stop. Hold on. Fucking stop. Dude, come on.
Have a good night, guys. We'll see y'all. I'm watering the mushrooms, head of the house.
Give me oh my God. Damn it.
Here we go, I think I started some shit. Piss them off, it's about to get lit. Get the place in the bets, you know that stage is set. You better buckle up, cause you ain't seen